Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Stuff of Dreams. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Chris, I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight, and we're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. You were probably expecting to see something else, and we don't quite know what that is, but unfortunately, those dastardly kobolds managed to spill tomato sauce all over the recording, which is digital. So there's going to have to be quite a bit of work cleaning that up. It's going to take us about another week or so. So instead, we have a lovely one-shot with all of these wonderful people.
What was the tomato sauce?
Yay.
Where did all this tomato sauce come?
We don't ask that question now.
The kobolds really, really, really like making their own pizza.
Fair.
Where they can put their own insect toppings on.
Crunchy.
Protein.
Yeah, protein, exactly. That's great. Anyway, we're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons in this one-shot that is still tied into our main storylines. Maybe some new stuff will be revealed. Maybe it's all connected. Maybe I came up with it half an hour ago. You never know these things. We will see. But yes, everyone here is playing the Dungeons and the Dragons. They're all playing fantasy characters in a fantasy shared universe. The players all have character sheets which tell them what they can do and what they can't do, or well, not only what they can't do, what they can certainly try to do. And then they roll a dice to see how well they achieve it. There are many dice. The 20-sided one is the one you'll see rolled most often. That is 20's good, 1's bad, everything in between is a
Wait,
range.
Steve, that's cheating. That's cheating.
Why? Oh, it's Steve's D20 with all the 20s. Yes.
Oh, amazing.
I got caught. Foiled again.
If you want to use that dice, which I understand is regulation, that's perfectly fine. But yes, 1's are good, 1's are bad, 20's are good, and everything in between is on a scale. So that will tell you how they achieve and what they do. And everything else in this fantasy universe is played by me. In this case, we're talking strange villages in the middle of nowhere that seem to be fine. Everything's fine. Fine. We'll get to the rest of that in a moment, but before we do, let's meet all of our lovely players and all of their lovely characters. So I'm Chris, I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the world. Let's go around and meet some of these lovely new characters we've got with us today, starting with an old hand, Niall.
Oh, look at me with my old hand.
It's a metaphor, but okay.
It's me, Niall, with the old hand.
Like a Richard Harris bit. These hands.
Hello, it's me, Niall. I have old hands. I used to him. I'm playing Hatter Johnson.
Oh, God.
Emerald Gem Dragonborn, detective extraordinaire, straight from the departed. Are you a co-op? You a goddamn co-op? I'm not a co-op.
The sad thing is, if the accent was in any way decent, it'd be fine, but it's just a horrific parody.
I love that film. I literally watched it recently, and I was like, oh, goddamn, this is such a good film. I'm not a goddamn red.
Just lower the. You can give it less emphasis and still have all of the notes of the accent.
If Ray Winston, right, can do a Boston accent, I can do a Boston accent. All right.
I feel like we have to put this on in the anarchy slots that people who are missing Sam's accent.
That's very fair. Yes,
will be able to enjoy now.
I mean, Sam has said that accent is just Danny DeVito on a bad day. So you know. But anyway, thank you very much. Now, what pronouns does Harper use, please?
I uses he, him.
Irish? Anyway.
They are technically Irish in a way.
Oh, don't tell an Irish person that. Liz.
Boston Irish.
Oh, dear.
I'll do it in Boston, though, so legit.
Liz, save us, please, God.
Hello, my name's Liz. I use they, them. I don't think I have old hands currently on myself, but I could do at some point. I'm playing Elder Green, who uses they, he pronouns, and I will not be using Niall's accent today.
Thank God for that.
I just want to share. This isn't my accent. My accent is this. I'm putting on an accent.
How would we know, Niall? You could have been lying this entire time.
I'm a very good actor.
I mean, this is not my natural accent, folks. We've had this conversation before. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, that fascinates me. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Liz. Em.
Hi, I'm Emma. I use the pronouns M or Emma, and I'm playing Reek, who uses any pronoun. Reek is an Aarakocra paladin, famous for nearly dying. Many times.
Also,
why is that?
Niall.
Every paladin should be.
That was my answer, Niall. And possibly my own foolhardiness. So
everyone needs a foolhardy paladin. That's what we need. Thank you, Ali.
Hello, I'm Ali. I use he, him pronouns, and today I will be playing Oryx Silvermane, another member of the Oryx clan. And Oryx is a lion folk, and he is a battle master and a cleric from the peace domain. And I want
Peace cleric battle master is a real, like, what is that?
It will make sense at some point.
I am not judging. I love it. Thank you very much.
And I will be just using my normal accent.
Good. Good. I am pleased to hear it. Do you want to try the Boston Alley? Give it a go. See how it goes.
It's very fun. Pat cat.
Pat cat. This is why Emma does.
Pat my cat.
This is why Emma does not do accents.
How about them apples?
Thank you very much, everyone. Liz, yes?
Sorry, Steve. I just realised I didn't tell you anything about Elder Green. Elder Green is a turtle. Elder Green is a druid with a little smidge of warlock just sprinkled on there for fun. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Liz, is Steve allowed to speak now?
Yes.
Thank you. Steve, please, if you may.
Hi, everyone. My name's Steve. I use he, him pronouns. I'm playing Mariposa Saladinel of the Silvery Moon Saladinels. They use they, them pronouns. They are a archfey patron warlock, Book of the Chain. They have a pet spider named Eyecatcher because it is iridescent and beautiful. And they wander the world.
So sad that you didn't mispronounce the surname, Steve. Just for lols.
It's just Ed's problem. Anyone else can pronounce that name. What relation, Steve? Is Mariposa a cousin or a sibling?
Oh, I think they are distantly connected. There's a certain lineage.
I understand
to
very
them.
well. I mean, you know what this does? This canonizes Halbert in our world, which is fascinating. So we'll sort of see how that goes.
Cousin twice.
Did I?
Anywho, thank you very much, everyone. Let's dive into some of our AOB. You'll now see a bit of VT about our sponsors and about some of how we run the channel. See you in a sec.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems. As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !wow gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or $1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Thank you, past everyone. That was a very informative VT. Thank you all so much. And now, finally, before we kick off, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own, and we aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge it does sometimes happen, have a company policy in place for correction, should the need arise. If you think we missed anything, let us know. Drop us a message either in chat or to our email address, which is rolltogetherrpg@gmail.com. You can also pop !safety into chat to find out more about our content warnings, safety tools that we use as part of play, and everything else in that sort of area. Save tables are good tables. Right. That is all of our AOB out of the way. Let's get into our one-shot, The Stuff of Dreams. And welcome back. You join us in the far-flung southeastern corner of Faerun.
You ruined how cool you were making that sound.
It's all right. Southeastern?
I have no idea.
Southeastern.
I love the fact that you don't know.
I get my East and West confused. So we are in an area known as the Eastern Shah. That's Shar.
Shah, dude.
Shah, dude. It is a fertile grassland north of a mountain range called the Toad Squat Mountains.
That is why we came here. That is why Eldergreen and Rick
Maybe there's a dragon toad there. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, I love D&D so much.
On the wiki,
All the
right
toads
now.
squat here? This is amazing.
They have like swole thighs. Their butts and thighs are just massive because all they do is squat.
It's
all
the name
day.
of a bakery.
Hang on, let me check my map. They're called the Toad Squat Mountains. That is genuinely what they're called.
Because?
Well,
so the toad squatted.
Well, they are north. They are the northern mountains that separate the Eastern Shah, this lovely open plains area, with a country called Lurin. And Lurin is the land of halflings. It is where halflings are canonically
The
from.
Toad Squat Mountains before Luran.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Wow.
Lurin is traditionally the home of where halflings come from, or a certain group of halflings, depending on how you look at it. And the road that we will find some of our party travelling on goes north of the Toad Squat Mountains and is called, rather evocatively, the Trades Way. And goes north of the mountains. It travels through the mountains at one point before leaving, the Shining Lands to the east, and then will eventually reach the city of Delzimer to the west. It's a quiet area. We're not talking huge amounts of population. We're not talking huge amounts of wildlife. It's natural, fecund, pleasant, but it's not busy by any stretch of the imagination. What it is one of the few roads that takes you out of the far eastern reaches of Faerun and back towards the Heartlands. Now, Reek, Eldergreen, when we last saw you, you were heading south from the northern wastes, or the wastelands, towards Karatur. And it appears you are now heading westwards, there we go, out of the Karaturian area, back towards central Faerun. What have you been up to in the intervening time?
We really pissed off a Sphinx. But well,
I wouldn't say pissed off. I'd say we had a good chat with the Sphinx.
It didn't eat us.
No.
But it also didn't want to talk to us.
Did it send you away?
It was quite a rude Sphinx, really, wasn't it? It was quite rude. Although I did enjoy those Toad Squat Mountains that we passed. I did enjoy.
Did you go and squat on them as a toad?
I might have indulged my little inner fantasy, yes.
I feel like if Reek could have had a photo, Reek would have done, but it doesn't exist, so it's just a memory that
You
I hold
wanted a
here.
photo of just Eldergreen squatting on a mountain.
Sorry, was Eldergreen turtle form or toad form?
Toad form.
Giant
I would have
toad.
wild-shaped into the giant toad and squatted on Toad Squat Mountain.
When in Rome.
I've got a little sketch of it in my diary.
That got the when in Rome. Yes, do as the toad squats do. I mean, God, okay, fine. So you are travelling down the Trades Way. You've had a lovely journey. It's been very pleasant. The Sphinx wasn't that nice, but you're just making your way, finding new adventures as you go. Carefree, yes.
How many times has Eldergreen saved me from nearly dying?
Liz, how many
On
times
this
has Eldergreen saved Reek from nearly dying?
Well, a D100.
You're not DMing this one.
I suppose it depends on what we class as dying. I mean, Reek tends to just sort of be near things and just go unconscious. So I guess I'm going to say about 75 times.
75 times?
There have been many things that Reek has stood in front of and gone unconscious or worse.
Does Eldergreen knows how to count to 25? Or do you just know how to 25 and the rest is 25 again?
Reek can't count, Ali. Reek can't count.
1, 2 lots, many. Many lots?
Are we saying that the answer is many lots? But more than two.
Then you go
More than two.
One many, too many, many.
Three many, 75.
Lots
That's how we go.
many.
Yeah.
It's been an eventful journey. Cool.
You can see why the Sphinx was so displeased.
Yeah, the Sphinx's riddle was just never a chance.
I feel like we probably came up with an actual answer to the riddle, but the riddle was like, youth, and we were like, geez.
Cool. I feel like the Sphinx. Good. So that's what the two of you have been up to. You are traveling westwards along the Trades Way. What about our new characters? Mariposa, Oryx, Harper. What would take you into this neck of the woods?
Pure happenstance on my case. I mean, Mariposa tends to wander through the Feywild from time to time using Misty Steps and using the other the Archfey gifts that they've been granted, and this is decidedly not north. They were heading north towards the spine of the world. This is decidedly not north, but the patron communicates through the clicks and chitters of the insect world, and I can only really understand them at midnight. Or in moonlight, rather. So I will just run with this as we go.
Well, the Lurin
has my spider. If they were, this is I catch her and I kind of hold it in my hand. And it's shiny and uses as a compass. But I hold it in my hand and use the iridescence as a compass.
Does a little spider dance. We've all seen the spider dance, right? That's not just me.
No, it is a spider dance.
There's a kind of spider that does a little dance, and it does one of those, and you interpret that as northward from here. You're probably traveling north of Delzimer by this point, heading up the Trades Way. The Lure Wood, which is in Lurin, is nearby and is certainly very natural and certainly very Feywild associated, so I'm pretty sure you could have found a connection through there. That makes sense to me. Harper.
Harper's Journal, day 578. I've been on the road for 24 years looking for my ass nemesis. Tragic backstory. I've been looking all...
talking to Sam Nile? I just...
not all. I think Sam's just a genius, as am I. And I think Mr. Johnson, Detective Johnson, is wow. That sounds terrible. Realize
to Mr. Big, just like go.
Did Mr. Johnson? Did you have a lot of parties that you're not telling people about or pretending didn't happen? Is that a thing that's happening now?
Maybe. I think maybe it was part of his tragic backstory.
Was it all a works do? Sorry, I'm angry.
No, I feel like Harper's making his way through the fields, brushing his hands across, monologuing dramatically in the sky. Towards the sky.
I'm zooming my map out to get a sense of because where have you started traveling from?
Let's just say I feel like Harper would move around the coast. Well, move around Faerun clockwise, so probably from the north.
Clockwise, eh? So you've travelled through Thay and Mulhorand to get here?
Probably.
Great. Roll me D100.
Oh, sweet, yay.
You die.
First roll of the die.
Haven't even made it into the shot and you die.
Okay, I'm going to use a bit of red and green dye.
Okay.
Because I'm green and I might have a lot of red on me. To be fair, I really enjoyed designing this character with the red. The red shoes were particularly, I was like, oh, mwah. But I got a 53.
What's your total hit point? What's your hit point, Max?
52.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I actually rolled really well.
Oh boy. You currently have 1 hit point.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to be that cruel. I'm going to just kill you off. And you are severely wounded from having tangled with Mulhorandi priests and the Red Wizards of Thay on your interminable mission to find your horrible nemesis tragic backstory. Am I getting that right?
That's perfect. You pronounced it perfectly.
Thank you. So yeah, your mission has caused you severe pain and discomfort, probably because it's a bit silly.
It's all worth it. I will find Trejik backstory and I will bring him to justice any means necessary. And he's looking off into the distance, bleeding everywhere, just just holding a gut wound, just like slowly, Gladiator when he's like brushing all the reeds.
That's right before he dies, Niall.
I'm on 1 hit point. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die soon.
That's a little bit like Reek, just saying.
Reek has never actually died.
True.
Cool.
Maybe I'll do a gladiator speech later.
Wouldn't be so stupid as to muddle with Fey priests and the other things.
Mulhorandi priests and red wizards of Thay.
Exactly.
No, you've travelled way further south, probably because Elder Green's smarter than that. Oryx. What about you? Is this a party with low intelligence again? Has everyone made a low intelligence character again?
Yay!
My intelligence is...
Yeah, but you're playing... Okay.
Okay.
It's called delusion.
Plus two intelligence.
Okay.
Oryx is being lost for a while. He went on a journey from distant lands and ended up here, lost and lost again.
Okay.
But now he's got his eyes on a prey. So he's sneakily following Rick and Elder Green. Really, really quiet.
One of them is your prey?
We have not noticed.
Yeah, he's just following them from I don't know, 25 feet away. Just jump into trees or bushes and that's it.
Like with leaves, just like covering yourself with an entire leaf.
You're a Leonin, right?
Yes.
Cool, so you don't have a climb speed or anything?
No.
Cool, roll me an athletics check to climb a tree.
Yes.
This is where this will start.
My passive perception is shite, so I have no idea.
We will come to it. There's no stealth check has been rolled yet. This is to see if someone manages to climb a tree.
21.
Okay, yeah, you managed to climb a tree. Are you now trying to leap to another tree?
Yes, but yes, I think that's just my instincts. Yes.
Cool. Give me another athletics check to jump gracefully from one tree to the next.
Oh, thank you, tree, for being here, for me to jump upon.
Such a kind tree.
It's a 13.
13. You managed to jump from tree to tree. Now roll me the stealth check that's definitely coming here.
Yes.
I just want that lovely image of a cat just going...
Meow. Fuck's sake. 6.
Oh, even I would notice that.
Elder Green, Reek, there's... you're passing through a copse, and behind you just hear... Shunk.
What's that mean?
I immediately put myself between Elder Green and the loud noise.
What's that you? Reek, what's that you?
Probably nothing. I mean, it's probably just like a new friend, maybe.
Oh, that's nice.
Or another... Maybe the Sphinx came back.
That would be really nice because he was so rude. He was so rude last time we saw him.
In a tree, peering down at you is... Ali, would you like to describe Oryx? Because you are not hidden at all.
Oryx is a Leonin, and he has mostly a white fur, but the mane is silvery. It sort of shines with a little bit of golden shimmering. And he is wearing full plate armor, well, like a really big... I know. Heavy as F.
The tree just is bending slowly under the weight.
You can see from the dark that sort of something that resembles two big red eye cuts, but actually he's using two shields on the front arms, paws, whatever. And on his hat, he has a unicorn hat. Just like one of those onesies or pajamas, just like that.
Great.
Hi.
Oryx, you see below you, do you want to just physically describe Reek and Elder Green while we're here?
Sure. Reek is basically a large kingfisher person. Blue and orange, wearing leather armor, carrying a shield, and apparently no weapon. Very young.
And Elder Green has kind of very floaty trousers on, cute little terracotta vest, is a turtle. So it has this sort of big shell behind them. And the shell kind of has little raised sections with pits in. And in these pits, there are little ponds. And in each of these ponds, there's algae growing. They seem to constantly fill up as well. They never dry out. Now, Elder Green's acquired some new pets on his travels. We do have Herbert the snail, who's been there since the beginning. Very tiny snail living in one of the ponds. We also have Keith, who is a desert rat, or a desert mouse, very small, kind of howls to the moon if you've ever seen them in real life. And we also have a scorpion, who is pink. And this scorpion is called Nigella. Who is also kind of scuttling around my shell.
Unnerves me deeply.
Don't you look at Nigella like that, Reek.
I could just eat her.
That's the solution. I love how all three of you are three incredibly queer stereotypes in very different ways. Good, right?
In real life, Chris? Or?
I know your characters, obviously. Oryx, you said you were on the hunt. Is it for one of these two in particular?
I think the passive perception would be enough to notice that I'm actually looking at the desert mouse.
At Keith, yeah.
Reek, I think that cat wearing far too much armour in that tree is looking at our Keith.
I'm just going to roll for the tree.
If you eat Keith, they're never going to let me eat Nigella, so maybe don't.
Can everyone just stop wanting to eat my pets for 5 minutes, please?
She unnerves me, and she stung me once.
Roll me a dex save. Oryx, the tree just collapses under your weight.
In all fairness, Rick, you did try and stand on our Nigella, and she doesn't take to that very kindly.
That's 22.
What kind of elaborate, artful dodge roll, Elden Ring style, do you want to make off this tree?
So you succumbed to buying Elden Ring?
No, I just watched a video.
I think it's just because it's really heavy, it's just gonna jump and Iron Man fall into the ground. Or Thor fall into the ground.
3-point landing,
nice.
Yeah. Hard on the knees.
Could we make a dex save to see if we fall over from the force of the landing?
Definitely flying.
If you like, you are welcome to choose to make your own dex save. You're also welcome to fail it. It's always a choice whether you pass or fail.
You do get a +5 because I'm present.
13.
It's
up to you. 13, I think.
No, I think Elder Green will try to be polite and fall over just out of politeness.
And I did appreciate you healing me after Nigella tried to kill me, and I just think you should let me return the favour and try to kill her.
I'm not the brightest turtle to ever live, our Reek, but I don't think it works like that. Hello, my name. I'm just gonna I'm sorry, 1 second, and I'm just gonna try and rectify the fact that I'm on my shell.
Oryx is pure instincts and he's on the hunt. So when he saw that Elder Green fall, he's like, in his mind, are they playing dead? He's just like, I don't know what is going on.
I'm just gonna
Are you okay? Can I help you?
Gently push Elder Green with the rocking. This has happened before as well.
Yes.
I mean, this seems the perfect moment for Mariposa to just meander into the scene out of the woods. La 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 la. Mariposa, you see a turtle being righted by a kingfisher and a lion. You're not in the Feywild, amazingly. You're currently muted, Steve.
Big partner. So I wind me back. I blip out into existence here.
Yeah, let's say you've Feywild traveled once more. And you just appear here.
I just appear and I'm confronted with the scene with the two large cat and the turtle on the back. Do I see Nigella? I wish to see Nigella because.
I think given that Reek is trying to consume Nigella will be in Elder Green's hand. I'll be clasping Nigella to my chest. I guess the little stinger is trying to get me, but it's getting my shell, so it's not doing anything.
Tunk.
So Mariposa leans in and gets close to Nigella and speaks directly, going, "Do you require assistance, my lady?" No, you look to be fine. You look to be cuddled. You look to be swaddled. You look to be warm. This is wonderful. And turns directions and offers Eldergreen a hand up.
Hello.
Grabs a shell. Hello.
Wait, were you just talking to our Nigella?
Is Nigella? What? Yes. The leader? The leader. This is. I was informed there was a leader. The leader? Yes, I was talking to the leader.
Nigella is a fantastic leader. Just a quick question. Were you talking in Scorpion or in Common? Did I hear what you were saying?
I was speaking in Common.
Cool. Okay.
Only in this game do we have to ask something. Yeah. Were you speaking in animal tongues?
Okay, number one.
BCBs again.
Yes, always BCBs. Everything's BCBs.
Eldergreen and I are co-leading this excursion.
Oh.
And Nigella is just... Eldergreen is just saving Nigella until I'm hungry.
Hungry? Well, I mean, it is the role of the leader to provide for the members of their team. I can understand how this would happen. Of course, I look at Eyecatcher and go, this is my leader. This is Eyecatcher. Dance. And
just gonna restrain Nigella because Nigella is gonna be hungry.
I offer Eyecatcher to Rick. Please, the leader must abide.
I will try and stop.
And it crawls over.
Eyecatcher's going to give you this expression.
Hang on. Let me just check. Oh god.
I love this.
Slow motion scene where we're all just like, oh no, watching the spider being passed.
Sorry, did you want me to eat your spider?
The spider wants to know what you need. Is it to be tempted to eat? Are you hungry? The spider there are many spiders in the Feywild. There are many eye-catching creatures.
If they don't want it, I'm also hungry.
Eyecatcher's looking at all of you with like a dude.
All 8 eyes are like pivoting.
It's too cute to eat. And it hasn't tried to kill me like Nigella has, but I would eat Nigella.
Well, perhaps they'll become great friends, so we can talk about that later. My name is Mariposa. I did not expect to be here, but I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This is my trusty crossbow, and my cape helps me fly in the sky. It doesn't really, I use magic, but I like to pretend that it does because it's a beautiful way to be.
We love to play pretend, don't we, Reek?
It's so much fun. We walk down the road and we go, imagine that the sky was pink, or imagine that tree was a lion. That actually happened today.
That did happen today.
Am I a tree? Wait a minute.
You tell me. I'm very confused. You're wearing a lot of armor. You must be very hot.
Harper, you hear the sound of voices up ahead, and yeah,
out loud, voices up ahead. Maybe assistance. Maybe this is not my day to die. And then I continue to walk through the reeds.
You monologue to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Harper's in a song.
Yeah, Harper actually is like colorblind. Everything's in black and white.
That's not how colorblindness works.
No, but Harper's back colorblind.
I was fully expecting a day 34.
Because of the loss of blood or naturally?
I think, yeah, there's just like that. Yeah, Harper's like holding a wound that's still bleeding.
Oh boy!
Oryx will approach and enforce, and like when the cats pass through your legs, sort of like,
Watch out! He might eat you.
Harper just stumbles. Do you want to describe what Harper looks like as you stumble into this scene?
Harper is a emerald gem dragonborn wearing a red shirt with a grey tie, blue jeans, and red shoes. They're red. They're brogues, and he's wearing a black trench coat over, which is currently quite roughed up. He wears a black hat, one of those nice detective hats, and
Trilby,
and has a little monocle. And on the trench coat, underneath the trench coat is something else. But he has like a little scabbard with a sword blade hanging from the back, and there's a little crossbow swinging from his side.
No,
and he looks down.
You made him sound like a flasher.
Anything else?
He's
underneath that
wearing
trench
clothes.
coat? But we'll come to that later.
Oh, good. That wasn't just me then. Okay.
Yeah.
So, now, if you'd asked, I would have given you a gun.
I nearly took the gun off it as well.
No. If you'd asked, I would have given it to you, but now it's too late.
No,
Anyway.
I kind of like the fact that he's so. I kind of like the fact that he looks so modern, but he uses a crossbow. It's something Hawkeye about it, isn't it? Like, come on, you're meant to be the world's most dangerous man, but you use a bow and arrow all the time.
World's most dangerous man. I'm mostly useless in nearly every scenario. Good. Right.
But
So
yeah, I
Harper
think
stumbles into this scene. Yes.
yeah, he like looks down at Oryx and he goes, "Don't worry, I taught Kitty Cat." And he's like, pats your head. He's like, good lioness. Now, could you take me to your leader? I seem to have withstained some injuries. Gosh, I'm losing a lot of blood.
You smell like battle. And Oryx stands up and grabs Harper from one arm and tries to help him to walk to the others. I will just cast level 1 healing word.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, lovely. That's going to make a world of difference.
Is that 4 hit
If you think
points?
I'm giving you a long rest to try and deal with this issue, you are sorely mistaken.
Or 8.
I'll take a short rest.
No, there won't be any time. Good. Well, anyway.
You feel a little bit of...
Sit down now, Niall. Sit down.
How many healing points?
8.
Sweet. I'm on 9 hit points.
Feel a little bit of kneading on your back.
Oh, lovely.
One paw.
Thank you.
Steve,
You have no idea how tense my shoulders are.
You described Mariposa in character, but do you want to describe her out of character as well? Describe them, out of character as well, so we get a better sense of what they look like?
So they're pretty obviously a moon elf, tall, lean, long brown hair, yellow cloak, elven chain, visibly elven chain. The manufacturer is clearly of that origin. Blue robes that are typical of the color from Coralon. A very hodgepodge of materials and colors created to assemble this like crossbow at their side, and of course the iridescent spider, which is of it's extremely animated. It's very expressive and is always perching somewhere on the body.
Okay.
Crawls up and around, but in a friendly way. There's no flinching. It's not meant to be creepy. It's just supposed to be a little bit of cartoon fun. And red shoes, red boots, which immediately puts them on the same level as Harper. Like there's a bond.
Laboutons, great. The
fashion icons.
The 5 of you are joined. Harper's clearly in need of assistance. There is a road sign not far away that you have all presumably seen it by this point that says, damn it, what did I call the town?
Wow, is that what you called it?
Shush.
Wow, look at that sign to what did I call it?
Is it like Diddly Woo or something?
Dinklebury. There it is.
Dinklebury. There we go.
Dinklebury is 1 mile down the road.
Right.
Lurin is halfling country. I think that name is fair.
Do you need to lie down, Mr. Niall? I'm looking at you.
Harper's gonna flick out the trench coat, and from an inner pocket hanging is a little badge, and it says Waterdeep City Watch. Detective Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you look awful. I'm not going to lie to you. You look like you're on death's
other
door.
bald wizards.
Are you a
Why
bald
were they
wizard?
bald?
Good.
I don't know. I don't know why they shave their heads. I just know they do.
They and wizards shave their
Clearly
heads.
not a very good detective then.
What I'm going to do...
Sorry now. We've got this established rapport with Reek and you, and I'm really sorry for living through.
I just like the idea that he's just like...
You're clearly not a very good detective.
just like throws up a little bit of blood.
Thank you for your observation, citizen.
Now,
He was looking for the leader, and I put the pink scorpion.
Nigella is the leader of this party. Now then, Mr. Johnson, was it Mr. Johnson? Right. I need your permission if it's all right to touch you.
I think I'm hallucinating, so I'm going to say yes.
I remember when I was hallucinating in the Desert Reek. It was a very funny time. Right, Mr. Johnson, I'm going to talk to you very loud so you can definitely hear what I'm saying. I'm going to just place my hands upon your shoulder. I hear they're very tense. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. And you are going to feel like there is a frog kind of just oozing on your shoulder. Like a cold ooze is going to just drift through your body and heal you for 16 HP.
Thank you.
Can I do little frog noises every time you do a frog spell?
Yes.
Right, so now that we've got loads of new friends, this is great. Where's everyone heading? We're going...
Was it that way or was it that way? I've forgotten.
The town is called Dinklebury.
Dinkleloops.
We really should remember which direction we were going in, because those spiders we saw like 10 miles back, they were really cross with us.
You are heading westwards down the road towards Dinklebury. I'm going to remind you again.
There's a
Go
sign just
to
over
the
there.
adventure. I am just pointing it out.
There's a sign over there for a town called Dinkleberry. I believe someone I'm looking for might be there.
You might be able to have a rest there, sir. You look desperately in need of one.
Sorry.
For some reason, I doubt it.
Dinklebury, not berry. Bury.
Yeah, Dinkleberry.
No, bury.
Yeah, Dinkleberry.
Oh,
How about them apples? Dinkleberry.
It's only a mile down the road. You could easily get there and try and find somewhere for Harper to get a bit of rest.
Come on, let's go. Dinkleberry.
What I think I'm going to do is wild shape into something that Harper could rest on as we walk. Would that class as a short rest?
Would your walk class as a short rest? No.
No, mine would.
No, for Mr. Harper, if he were to be on my back as I walked.
I'm going to say no out of pure spite.
Sure, okay.
What have I done to you?
Why does this feel like Baphomet all over again?
I think it's because I didn't say
what have you done to me?
Dinkleberry.
Bathmat. I can keep listing them. It's been years, mate.
Now, come on. You've got one so far.
That's two.
Your character's called Mr. Johnson. That's already a very bad negative phrase for today. I think that's just a thing.
Dinkleberry. I'll give you Dinkleberry.
That accent.
Wow. We did not come here to watch a grudge match between Chris and Niall, despite what you might be thinking.
No, you can't have a short rest while walking, and Harper cannot have a short rest while riding. That is also only if I'm feeling very generous, and I'm
which
not.
case, I will not wild shape. I will not wild shape.
Is this because I put in the consent forms, I'm okay with dying? I'm okay with this character being killed. Chris is like, great.
I am saying nothing. Do I want to kill someone called Mr. Johnson today? Potentially. Good. Right. So you are making your way towards Dinklebury, but no short rests and no.
Dinkleberry.
Cool. As you move towards Dinklebury, you move out of the copse into these open grasslands, and the land gets a bit more rocky. There's a bit more of sort of the rise and fall you would associate with Scottish moors or similar. So there's like the rock cragging crenellations and outcroppings in various places, and the path seems to wind a little bit as it goes. As you are all making your way, the sky overhead is going to get darker, and the clouds have an almost purplish sheen to them as you go forward, like a thunderstorm in the middle of a summer's day. You're welcome to roll nature or arcana checks if you want to, if any of your characters have any reason to.
Sure. Arcana sounds like a good thing to roll.
Oh, Eldergreen, look, it looks like it's going to rain.
I do like rain.
Me too.
It's 14 on the check.
What did you roll?
Mariposa rolled a 20.
Which skill did you use?
Oh, I used Arcana.
Arcana for you, and Liz?
Nature for Eldergreen.
Eldergreen, this seems... It arrived too quickly. and the sheen on the clouds doesn't fit for the time of day or the light in the sky. Something about this is off. Mariposa, this is a magically created, summoned storm. You don't know by what or by whom, but it is not natural.
I don't think that cloud's meant to be here.
No, I agree, Nigella's friend. This is truly, this is a work of magic.
I'm so sorry, Mariposa, you have introduced yourself and I've not introduced myself. My name is Elder Green Juniper Limetree. It is a pleasure to meet you. This is Reek. This is Mr. Johnson, and this very well armoured individual, I believe their name is Oryx.
Oryx, yes.
Well armoured.
Pleasure to meet you all, and I sort of flutter my cape a little bit.
What sort of nature is that cloud then, Mariposa? Do you think it's...
It is of an arcane variety, for sure. This is not. It's evil. I have no detection on the ways and means of things. Only of their.
I will say reality. 20, because a 20 is quite a high roll.
Yeah.
Evil is such an amorphous concept. It doesn't look pleasant. It doesn't have the look of a druid using control weather to make their crops grow. Something about it looks unnatural. I will give you that.
So clearly an unfriendly purple.
An unfriendly cloud.
It is not a royal
cloud.
purple.
Not a royal purple. Bruised-like, perhaps, something.
Yeah. Like
an unfriendly
bruise
bruised cloud.
Maybe we should go and bruise the cloud.
I think Harper like pulls out a cigar and lights it up. And just like from the corner is like, dark skies ahead. Possibly a bad omen. We were about to find out. Or maybe it was about to find us.
Do you need some more healing, Mr. Johnson? Is everything all right?
He is talking to himself.
I've noticed, yes. I'm going to cast Healing Word at you. 1d4+4. A very small frog jumps on non-existent lily pads towards your face, splats in your face for 8 points of healing.
Now, can Johnson roll me a con save for smoking, please?
Oh, good
Great.
God.
Oh. Well, let me just get my modifiers.
Oh, dear.
I believe natural 20.
Oh.
Plus 0 is a natural
+5,
20.
because you're stood near me.
Thank you very much.
25. You've been smoking for a very long time and you'll be fine with it. Won't affect your health at all.
That is not a lesson we should ever.
That is the lesson.
That's Chris's wish. That's Chris's
wish.
Yeah, Chris's wishful thinking here.
That's correct. That's exactly what it is. Good. Right. Up ahead, you can see that while it is getting darker and visibility is getting worse, it hasn't actually started raining yet, you do see smallish houses, a larger building up ahead. You're clearly heading into and towards Dinkleberry. Dinkleberry.
Do any of the houses... Sorry, now. Do any of the houses stand out as being places we should go?
One of them is considerably larger than the others, and one of them appears to have a sign outside the front. You can see it moving as the wind starts to pick up.
Is it a lot of halfling houses?
They are generally halfling sized, although quite a few of them appear to be humanoid sized, as in this isn't only a halfling community. There's a variation in houses, like a Smurf village. You can imagine that music if you like, because I am now.
We could go to the one with the sign that's, normal people size.
The tavern.
I mean,
They are.
Hunger. Now.
I'm going to reach into my bag. Sorry, I'm going to reach into my bag and just hand out some rations to Oryx. If you're hungry, now I've got pellets. What else have I got in here? I've got some mother's milk. I don't know what that is specifically, but you're welcome to some.
It's a lovely stew.
It's a lovely stew. I've got some lettuce leaves.
Lettuce.
Correct, Rick. I've got some lettuce leaves.
Can I have some of the lettuce?
Of course you can. Yes, I'll have.
Right there. Okay.
We're walking to the door. Yeah, we're walking towards the door.
as you head into Dinklebury and you hear the sound of rain. However, something about this is off, and as you start to enter the village, you realize why. It's raining upwards. Water collects into a drop and then goes up.
I do a little. I set eye catcher down to see if it lifts a little bit, if the water just like.
The pressure of the water pulls eye catcher up a little bit, but they don't get completely dragged up by the drop of water.
Okay. This is most exciting.
It's just wet. Like, I don't see what's different about it.
Are we upside down?
The ground is damp as if it has been raining for a long time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oryx is gonna stand, hands up. Handstand.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a dex save.
+5 because of Reek.
+5 because of Reek.
Yeah, 18.
Great, you do a handstand. Are your trousers secured well?
Yes.
Okay, then you're fine.
Where would they go? They go to the gravity pulls them down.
Depending on the cut of the trouser, it could have been a very, very humorous moment, but it was not. Cool. Oryx does a handstand in full plate armor. It's very impressive.
It's okay for me.
Is there like any loose soil, like where maybe somebody had planted some flowers? The bed around the flowers.
Oh, I see. There's plenty of plants. Like there's scraggly grass on the side of the roads in between the houses. There's a couple of unkempt lawns, things like that. Not like picket fence, just like small tufts of grass. Think Witcher more than picket fences.
What I'm looking for is any soil that I wouldn't need a shovel to dig. I could just use my hand to just dig and see if the ground. What I'm trying to see is if the ground is dry underneath the water.
Sure.
Obviously, if it was raining properly, the water would be soaking down.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if it's raining up, my thoughts are the reason it looks wet is because it's being sucked up. So the ground would be dry underneath.
As you dig down a little bit, you can see that after a couple of maybe 10 centimeters of dirt, it starts to dry out underneath.
And is there water like trickling up?
There is a point at which you realize that the water doesn't seem to be, it seems to be appearing out of nowhere. There's clearly some magic involved in this effect.
Okay. So it's not being dragged, it's literally appearing from the ground. Okay. All right. I'll get up, like both my hands and just like out loud again. Seems like strange machinations are going on here.
Roll me a con save.
Okay.
Because you smoked. No, it's not because you smoked again. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you roll every time you pass. That would be cruel.
I like the idea. Like every now and then he might be like, 14.
Your stogie survives the water. It is like heavy rainfall. Just it's raining up.
It's the hat. Right. Yeah. So strange machinations are going on. Water appearing from nowhere, but seemingly not damaging anything.
You haven't seen any people yet.
Do you think they've all gone to look at the weird rain?
But they'd be outside with us if they'd come to look at the rain.
Oh, no, you're right.
You go knock on
that's a
doors, peer in windows.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to peer in a window?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I want to send eye catcher to go peer in a window.
Sure, no problem. You can see through eye catcher's eyes, so eye catcher's familiar, yeah?
That's right.
Great. Eye catcher goes and crawls up the side of a house, probably the one where Harper is digging out the flower bed. And looking through the window, you can see what looks like a family of two, like a potentially husband and wife, but it's hard to tell gender from without talking to them. But the two of them are standing in a room, appear to be talking to each other, and then one looks at the other, they nod, they're holding various things, they put them down, and suddenly their eyes glass over, they appear to say something, and then it stops, and they both blink a few times, look at each other as sort of shrug, and then keep going about their day.
So they had things assembled, put them down, flipped. What happened to the things that they put down? Is it still there?
They're still there. They basically they paused in their day for a second and then kept going with their day.
Didn't look like it was a special assemblage of things.
Not at all. Not even close.
Strange behaviors going on with the people there. They're they're pausing for no reason, and not to investigate the rain. They just, because they're in the house, there's nothing else to do except talk to each other, and they're not even doing that. So I think we should have them talk to us. Let's knock on their door. Shall we?
After you, Mariposa, you can knock on that door all you like. Go on.
Okay. I knock on the door.
Go away.
Oh, wow.
Very rude, wasn't it?
That's not very nice. We've come here specifically to see you.
No, you gotta go. It's not safe. Go away.
Oh, well, I'm really good at not safe. Hi.
It's raining upwards. Go away.
It's raining upwards where you are. You seem safe.
No, we're indoors.
We need to find a house. Do we need to go live here? Is that what I'm understanding from
just
this
leave.
conversation?
Just go.
Do you have any food?
We're all cursed. Go away.
Oh, I'm really good at curses.
Go away.
Would you like some help?
No.
Oh, well, obviously they don't want any help, so we should just go.
I didn't need citizen. My name is Detective Johnson.
If you want to talk to someone, go to the pub.
All right, I'll go to the pub. I feel like
I'm not going to be able to help you that much.
No, that's fair enough. Okay. No, thank you very much. I appreciate your candid nature. All right, guys, I think we should go to the pub.
What gave you that impression?
mainly because the interviewee from earlier told us to go there.
Did you shine a bright light in their eyes while you were asking them questions?
You watched too many theatre plays. Let's go.
From behind the door, you hear the voice change, but it's the same person talking in a slightly different tone of voice. And they say, I am the dream.
Yeah, I've heard that before, buddy. Everything that's happened.
I am the lion.
What?
I am the turtle.
Oh, no, not again. Please, you've got to go.
Nobody more questions, but we should go. I will leave. I'm going to leave Eyecatcher just on the windowsill. Just keep an eye on them.
Eyecatcher looking inside. You see that the one of the two is standing by the door, looking like horrified and scared and unsure, like not quite sure how to deal with this situation. They're clearly not in a good way. Put it that way. This is clearly a problem.
This is not.
The pub.
I don't know how to help them.
No.
But we should listen to what they say. Let's go to the pub.
The pub across the way is called Rosie's Dimples.
Rosie's Dimples.
Thank you. That is honestly one of the best bar names I've heard in a while.
You're welcome.
Is this a medium humanoid
It is
size?
medium human sized, yes. As the five of you, assuming you all step inside, as the five of you step inside, there is a halfling behind the bar, clearly standing on a slightly raised platform. And she looks at you to go, oh, visitors, good. Hello, can I offer you a drink? Just before we... Never mind. Let's get started proper. Sorry, it's been not customs in a couple of weeks. What can I get you? The bar is empty.
Are you cursed?
Maybe. Would you buy a drink? And if you need to go, I understand curses, but would you buy a drink before you go, please? Rent's expensive.
Yeah.
What sort of drinks do you have?
Oh, anything you like. I've got orders. I didn't cancel all the orders, so I've got loads of any variety of drink. I'll happily make you anything.
I slam down a gold piece, slide it across the bar, and say, "What cranberry juice?"
Well, I can do that, no problem.
On the rocks.
I can do that too, that's fine. If I say anything peculiar, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it in a second, all right? I might say some weird stuff, all right? That's okay. Cranberry juice coming up. Jumps off the bar and, because has to get off the bar to get around the kitchen, suddenly, disappears. And you just hear the bar, the steps running around. She's a halfling, bit older.
She seems nice.
She seems great. I wonder if she thinks she's the dream as well.
I am the nightmare. Oh, bollocks.
They've had a dream? Nightmare? What's your name, Patroness? What's your name?
I'm Rosie. Of
Rosie.
the Dimples.
Of the Dimples. Of the famed Dimples.
Well, that's my mother, technically, but
Which
you know.
dimples, Rosie? Are we talking face dimples or other dimples? I just need to know.
Oh, face dimples, love. Face dimples.
Right you are.
Utter filth. Jumps back onto the bar with the cranberry juice and starts pouring it from a tiny glass bottle and just pours it in with it on the rocks.
What do you mean by saying that you're the nightmare?
What? Oh, the things. Oh, look, I don't know what it is. Something's going on, and we occasionally just say random stuff, and I don't think it's that important, really. It's just stuff that we say, and we've tried writing it down, but can't make any head or tail of it, frankly. Can I get anyone else a drink?
Where did you have this written down? Is it something that you can show us?
I can show you. Me and the husband, we wrote them all down at one point just to make sure we had a concept of what's going on. But did you want a drink first? Please buy a drink.
Coffee, please.
I can do coffee. Coffee's fine. And hops down, and you hear the of a machine brewing. It's magical enough.
Oryx approaches to Elder Green and starts describing what milk is, but Oryx doesn't know the word for milk. So it's like...
How do you describe that?
Oh, dear.
Babies, mom, babies, food.
You want me to ask nice Rosie to give you some baby food?
Drink.
As a drink, you want it in a glass? Do you want it half full or half empty? Because I can ask for either.
Half full, yes.
Half full, baby milk. No, baby food, Rosie. Why don't you ask Rosie for this?
Milk is for babies.
I can tell you. Oh, crumbs. I am the harbinger. Okay, right. That's for milk. All right, off we come. And comes back up with a glass of milk for you.
What's a harbinger?
So, no, just...
It's usually something that brings forth something else.
Rosie, do you have any baby food? I'm sorry, I've just... It's a situation.
As I say, we got all our orders through and no one's bought anything, so the kitchen's fully stocked. Here's some, I'll get some baby food. And here's that list of things we say. Gives it to Mariposa. On the piece of paper it says, I am the dream. I am the nightmare. I am the harbinger. I am the message. I am the herald. It doesn't say I am the walrus.
Does it say cuckoo cuckoo? Nope.
No, unfortunately it doesn't say that either.
I'm getting song vibes. I am the sun, I'm the air. It's a song from a TV show from way back when. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
My influences are wide and varied. Clearly not Miley Cyrus.
Divine Sense, Chris.
Divine Sense?
Yeah.
What does that do?
I get the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet, not behind total cover.
Celestial fiend or undead?
Just in case it's useful, I am a Watcher Paladin, so interested in all things like weird. And Timora is my patron.
Divine, celestial fiend or undead specifically?
Yes.
None of those tick, which probably gives you like things on a list to cross off, not like there's nothing here, if you see what I mean. Rosie comes back with some some mashed up peas. Here you go. Gives it to Oryx. It's just mushy peas, mate. It's really unpleasant. No flavouring, no sweetness, no salt, nothing. Baby food.
Anybody has precipitation? Not a wizard.
Can I get you anything else? Please, would you like to stay the night?
Well, our friend Harper actually probably could do with a room.
Oh, that's great. Look, I'd feel bad if I didn't say anything, so I'm going to say it now. I don't know how people do after they leave here because maybe it's ongoing, maybe it's only if you're here. None of you are doing the thing yet, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it's going to work. It's all... I don't.
Why don't you start by telling us exactly what happened the first time this started?
Well, nothing. It just started happening. It was the strangest thing. That lovely tabaxi came in, and he was very friendly. And then he was clearly unhappy with his life, and he certainly said he was unhappy with his life. And
Did he have a name?
Zephyr, I think, like the wind.
Zephyr.
Yeah. And he was on the run. He was heading east, and well, he went up in his room, and then in the morning we couldn't find him anymore. No idea where he'd gone.
And which room did he have?
Room number 3.
Perchance could I take a look?
Yes, please.
You going to try and help the situation?
It is my job, and I flash the badge.
The badge.
Water deep.
Weird name for the junk.
What's a water deep?
It's a large city on the Sword Coast. It's possibly one of the biggest cities in the Hall of Fame.
What's a Sword Coast, love?
It's the honest. Which do you have a key for room 3?
I do. Would you be all right if I gave you the room for the night so you could pay me for it?
Here's a gold piece.
That's a lot less than the room's worth, but
that's all right. How much you charging for rooms?
3 gold. Comes with full bed and breakfast.
Oh, that's all right then. I can't have 3 gold.
I am the message. Sorry.
Now, is there any final details you can give me about this tabaxi? What colour their fur was? What colour their eyes were? Maybe if they said anything strange, like I'm going to summon some kind of creature that possibly will take me away.
No, nothing like that. He did say that he was having a rough time of it. Those weren't his exact words, mind. I can't remember what they were. It was over a week ago. He also said that that he was running away from something. Didn't say exactly what it was, but that he was being hunted. That was the word he used. And hang on, I'm going to roll a history check.
It's a weird thing for you to say.
See what I remember, love. That's all I remember.
And you don't remember what the tabaxi looked like?
Sort of orangey marmalade kind of colour. What you say for cats, I assume you say for tabaxi too, and that's not a problem. Is it? I don't know.
It would be like a ginger cat, wouldn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
It's not nice to call humans ginger.
Oh. Well, he was kind of orange. Is that fair?
All right. Thank you very much. Can I have the key now, please?
Do you all want rooms as well? You can all share a room if you want to, I suppose. There's a surcharge. A couple of silver each.
The room is purely superfluous, and I'm just trying to solve this case. So
I'm really sorry, loves. I'm just trying to make a living, and it's very hard to do in a cursed town where it rains upwards and you keep shouting out random stuff.
But if we fix it for you, then you'll have a living again.
That's a good point. I can give you all the food that you want. I mean, as I say, they've kept us fully stocked and no one's buying anything. It's going off.
Please, just give me the keys.
All right, love, all right. Here it is. Hands over the key through number 3.
And like a stick of chorizo or something similar, maybe?
Chorizo?
Ham? Salami?
No, I've got chorizo. We're upper class. Classy.
Clearly, for 3 gold pieces a night.
It would normally be like worth. The chorizo's expensive, be like 5 gold. But I'll take a look and see what I can do for you. If you
5 gold for chorizo. That's my rent.
It's special Amish chorizo. It's high end, high brand.
I don't need chorizo.
The economics in favor are truly fucked.
It's a cost of living problem. Oh no, it's not real life again.
Rosie?
Yeah?
Could I just ask, why doesn't anyone come here anymore? There's people in the house over there. I'm sure there's people in other houses. This seems like a lovely place. Why don't they all gather here?
Most of them
they charge 5 gold.
Oh, that makes sense.
Chorizo.
No, it's a very rich farming community around here. Make lots of gold. That's not the problem. No, it's
People have been moving out in droves since this happened. A couple of hardline folks are sticking it out, going it'll probably pass or someone will deal with it. But not gonna lie, love, I think this is the end for our little community. Dingleberry's gonna be in real trouble soon.
Sounds very lonely. I'm very sorry.
It's all right.
If you would just let us go look at that room, we might be able to solve it for you.
Okay, that's very kind of you. I am the Herald! Jesus.
Can I just reach over the counter and take the key?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll turn around and just hold it out to whoever.
I believe I paid for it, so I'll take it.
Anything you need, just ask, but do pay as much gold as you possibly can. That'd be great.
Okay, all right. I turn my back to the halfling. Right. Now, I don't know much about you, but usually when I'm working with my team, I like to know what they're good at. So before we
Who's your team and where are they?
They all died in Fae.
Yeah, you see, like there's like a glint, like as he like tilts his hat down. There's like a glint in his monocle, very anime style, and like the cigar smoke is just puffing away, and he just says,
a long time ago, back when we were all younger, more hopeful in Waterdeep, we all worked together, but one of us betrayed the rest of us, and I'm still looking for them to this day. Anyway, enough about
you. Did you betray the rest of us?
I'm the one looking for the betrayer.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to bring them to justice. That's my thing. I'm walking the land and trying to find the person who betrayed. Anyway.
Was there always a really prominent X when one of your colleagues was about to die? That's a plot point from the film you are referencing.
What film am I referencing?
Departed.
They're an X? I don't remember.
Every time a character dies, there's a really prominent X on screen. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to rewatch that.
Film. Yeah.
I've rewatched it for the 5th time. I love that one. So, yeah,
I would like to know what your skills are, what you're good at. Then we can have a lot of synergy.
Elder Green is great at healing people and also being a toad, and also housing pets that they won't let other people eat, and really good at finding the way to go places.
Plus, I am good at squatting on mountains. That's a new skill that I've acquired.
I have a drawing. I get the drawing out.
Is it
good?
Is it like a cartoon of Elder Green perched on a mountaintop?
I'm quite dexterous. Let me just check.
Congratulations. What the hell's that got to do with anything?
It's not bad.
I can write with my toes.
It's not bad.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that writing or drawing something good is some kind of performance check.
Probably not bad at that either.
Let's see it then.
Yeah, that would have been exactly the same. 14?
Niall, I'm going to ask you this out of character. Can you draw me a toad squatting on a mountain at a level of about a 14 performance at some point?
I'm doing it now.
Cool. Niall is a very talented artist. That's why I'm asking. Cool. We will see. We will see the picture.
Doodle of thingy smoking.
Nice.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
And Elder Green's really good at healing me when I go unconscious.
Remember to tell Harper what it is that you're good at as well, and I'm sure Oryx is good at things, and Mariposa as well.
I'm very good at going unconscious.
Oryx. Apparently we need a job, so this is the interview. You have to tell Mr. Johnson specifically what it is that you're good at.
Yes. Tell Mr. Johnson what you're good at.
And then we'll have a party for a very long time.
Put himself together.
But don't worry, it's just a work to do.
I have a good curriculum, and those are my reference letters. No one on my team has died, betrayed me, or run away. I just got lost. Sorry, I'm not good at. I get lost really easily, but I'm really strong and sturdy, and I can heal. Yes.
Mariposa, I think it's your turn. Pitch yourself. Be honest.
While all this was happening, Eyecatcher was scurrying back over up to my hand and goes, well, everything I've learned about the world, I've learned from creatures like Eyecatcher. I mean, lots of people are very charmed and frightened by them. And I've learned to be charming and frightening too on occasion, and also climb walls because I have magic boots. And I don't like it when people touch me. So when they get too close, I make them go away. So I can get into all kinds of small corners and make them big empty corners, if that's the thing that we like to have happen.
It's not unnerving at all.
I feel like the exact sort of expression on is just.
The wider your eyes, the more of the beauty you can take in. So yes, please. And I show Eyecatcher just a little bit closer.
Eyecatcher will, if you'll allow Steve, go.
Right on.
How are you, Mr. Johnson?
I'm just a dragon born, walking this earth humbly, trying to find the killer of
It
his
sounds
family.
like you're the weakest link. You probably shouldn't come with us. We'll just be looking after you.
I mean, at least you've got a room. You could at least, sleep up, rest up, make sure that you're fit for the road, and then, be on your way.
Yeah.
If we solve this, do we get like a badge?
Or a prize.
Maybe I can sort something out when I finally get back to Waterdeep.
What is a water dip?
Yeah,
Check that.
It's a lot.
I doubt that any of you, bar potentially Mariposa, have heard of Waterdeep.
Definitely not.
Because you're from the Reeks from Arkanhasa, which is miles away. Elder Green is from the Feywild. Oryx is, with the best will in the world, an idiot. And Mariposa, I don't know if you have a sort of city home or knowledge of the Sword Coast at all.
Well, a Silvery Moon. At one point, it's been ages. So
okay. So Waterdeep, you say with that tone of voice, and everyone goes, "No, I know, mate." No.
I think you're lying.
You lied.
I think you should just go along with it, because otherwise his feelings might get hurt. And he does look like the sort of person that when their feelings get hurt, he might, cry, which I don't want him to put himself through. So
God,
just go along with what he's saying.
Amazing.
Guys, look, I appreciate that you're helping out with dicking on Nile Day, but you don't need to. I've got it.
That's a beautiful piece.
This is what I live for.
And while I think that crying on anyone is a beautiful thing, I just think that Mr. Johnson needs some reassurance right now,
I think it's a victory. Yes.
He asks all the right questions, I think. And I mean, he only paid 1 gold for a 3 gold room.
And there was something about chorizo. I mean,
Chorizo.
I'm just gonna slowly, because Harper's here for this conversation, with no effort to move. Harper's just gonna close the notebook, put it in his coat, and start to head upstairs.
Thank you, Niall. Are you all heading upstairs?
Sure.
Yes.
I mean, he's an idiot. We can't leave him alone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very much.
Room 3. Do you open the door, Harper?
Yeah, I'll unlock it first.
As you open the door, are the rest of you standing behind, with, not quite there yet?
Like next to, because I'm worried that he's going to hurt himself.
Okay.
Same. Maybe.
I like the idea that the key goes in and then there's just this, and I just look and there's a kingfisher right next to me. Just like.
And then you turn around and on the other side is a lion.
and over the keyhole, a spider going.
Through the keyhole.
And I think Elder Green's probably just got distracted with Keith and is just petting Keith in the corridor, not looking at what's going on.
There's your poster.
Harper, as you open the door, so Oryx is nearby, Reek is nearby, Mariposa is nearby,
Elder Green is not. Can the four of you who are nearby please roll me a wisdom saving throw? You're all within 10 feet of Reek, so you all get a +5 to this.
Yes.
I think I'm going to need it.
Oh, that was so nearly a natural 1, but it is instead a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
3 as well.
27 with the Reek bonus.
So that's a 23s and 27s all round.
Actually, I got a 14.
There it is. Cool. As you open the door, you all get flooding through your mind. It's a series of words, and they rattle through your head with such speed and... I was going to say violence, but it's not like psychic damage, it hurts. It's more of a just like someone shouting and all of the words have been smooshed into one. Very hard to make any of it out, it's just noise. You all push back from the effect of it. Harper, you hear very clearly and very directly, right in the middle of your forehead.
I am the dream. I am the nightmare. I am the harbinger. I am the message. I am the herald.
And Harper says, I am the dream.
I am the dream. I am the nightmare.
Oh, no.
That's what we'll pick up after the break. Join us back in 5:10. Thanks, everybody.
I love being cursed. It's my favorite thing.
I've spent my life studying the enigma of dragonkind. What drives them, where to find them, the power they command. I've watched them build and topple whole societies. And I've seen the truth behind their treacherous words. They can be cold and callous. Some are outright savage, while others are more calculated in their ruinous pursuits. No matter their motivations, whatever fuels their primal rage, it is my responsibility to protect the citizens of Faerun from these dragons. Tell me, Dragon Slayer, will you join us?
We are delighted to be sponsored by HeroForge. HeroForge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. HeroForge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop exclamation code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems. As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with ! characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com. And welcome back, everyone. So, the party have just started to delve into this mystery, slowly, eventually. And you just opened the door to room number 3. And in doing so, you all heard these strange words you've heard repeated by various townsfolk, including Rosie with the dimples. And as you open the door and as you hear these voices, and as Harper, you repeat back, I am the dream, for the first time. Ahead of you, the room clearly doesn't make sense. There is what looks like an inn room, but the back wall of it is blown outwards. There are pieces of landscape dotted strangely around in a way that looks unreal and peculiar. It looks like there's a building ahead of you through this broken back wall that looks destroyed, in the process of being destroyed. Hard to tell from this distance. However, the weirdest thing that you can all see is that strange tentacles are growing out of various points in this room and out of various points into this landscape you can see, most of which have an eye on the end of them.
And Rosie didn't notice this. Didn't think this was weird.
Still charged that much money for this room.
I think Rosie's been in this room, but
she's clearly terrible at her job. It's been 2 weeks and she's not been cleaning the rooms regularly.
Anyway,
3 gold my ass.
These
she was rolling those prices up because usually they're 3 copper.
These tentacles with the eyes on them are staring. The eyes on the end of them are staring at you in the doorway.
Hi.
There is no reply.
I am the message. I am the herald.
Okay. I'm gonna cover one eye.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay. I'm going to Arcana check because tentacles are a thing that grows and extrudes in the Feywild and things like that. It was a natural 1 modified to a 12.
Wow. It's still a nat 1.
Plus Rick.
Oh no, Rick is that's only saving throws. That's not.
Oh, it's only saving throws. Okay.
Yes. So in which case that's what, an 8, but
no, it's still a 12. Right. It's still 12.
Now I count a nat 1 as a nat 1 regardless of what the modifier is, but totally what fair. I will give you is it's weird and otherworldly, and you're like, what the hell is this? Like it's shocking and peculiar. However, it's definitely magic.
Definitely magic. Okay.
Is everything all right? Mr. Johnson seems to be exclaiming something I've heard before.
Do I have my senses back?
Yeah, you're fine. You just occasionally say things you don't want to say.
All right, amazing. This is going to be fun.
Elder Green, do you think this is one of those times where it would be better to have the sword out?
I don't know. I've just got Keith. What's happening? I can't. What's? You opened the door and then you all went really quiet, and then Mr. Johnson said something. I don't really know what's happening.
Eyes on long fleshy stalks.
Oh, let's have a look.
Can I also go in the room and have a little investigate?
Sure.
Okay.
If you're starting to step into the room, if people are starting to move into the room, Harper, roll me an investigation check. Anyone else is welcome to look beyond the room into this alien landscape behind the wall, check out other things. You can roll checks. I don't know, whatever you want.
I feel like we need some assistance, so I'm going to cast Bless.
Oh.
So Oryx goes in 4 and starts shaking his mane, and a lot of golden sand gets out of there. And let me see what level. How many are we? 5, right?
5.
Well, I have no Bless prepared, so forget about it.
I like that you just do that anyway, Oryx. You just shake your mane and some sand falls out.
Ali,
works different than that.
Ali, it's a one shot. If you want to have Bless prepared and unprepare another first level spell, you're fine. Go ahead. I don't mind.
Yes. So I'm gonna do that, and 5 little kittens jump to each one's shoulder. So there is a sandy kitten of gold sand on your shoulder.
Beautiful.
Hello.
That lasts for a minute, and you all get to add a d4 to basically everything for said minute.
I'm gonna.
It's very cute for someone with so few legs.
Get out my lightsaber.
Yes.
And try and poke one of the tentacles.
Okay.
Okay.
You activate your sun sword. And
yes.
A beam of radiant energy comes. Yes, and you're going to poke one of the eye stalks with it.
Yeah, why not? They didn't say hi back.
Okay. As you poke, what's everyone else doing while this happens? I'll give everyone a chance to roll something before carnage.
I use my Staff of the Woodlands to cast Speak with Animals. I know that it's not going to work, but Elder Green does not.
Yes, you
Elder
can
Green
use your staff to cast Speak with Animals.
Yes, to try and talk to the tentacles with the eyes.
Okay.
Hello.
Nothing happens. The eye looks at you and just beadily blinks.
I'll blink back. I think we're communicating, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh, great. I'm going to poke it and see if it...
Would anyone else like to do something before Rick pokes an eye with a sword?
So originally I was going to mage hand and like throttle one of those things, but I think poking is more efficient. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at one of the eyes and I'm going to say, I am the nightmare?
Interesting. The eye also blinks beadily.
No clear difference.
No clear difference. No clear difference.
No clear difference. Okay.
I rolled a 17 on my investigation check.
Are you investigating the room specifically, not the scene beyond?
I would, because I can technically bonus action do stuff with perception. So could I investigate and then bonus action percept what's beyond?
I would allow that. Absolutely. Go for it.
Amazing. So 17 for the investigation.
Yeah.
Wow. A natural 20 for a 31 on the perception.
Okay, hold that thought because I'm going to give you a lot. Ali, is there anything else Oryx would like to do apart from casting the bless spell?
No, I think that's just the bless. I mean, I want to cast Spirit Guardians, but I guess that is part of an aggression.
Yeah, we'll come to that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Harper, what you see as Reek pokes one of the eyes. The room itself looks like it was slept in. The bed is unmade. The room also has a sort of thin layer of dust, like it's not been touched in 2 weeks. However, most of the room appears to have this sort of jagged, strange edge to it in places where this scene unfolds that is clearly not actually there or in another plane of existence or whatever. You're not sure. But the room appears to have been used. The rubble going down and out from here appears to be traversable, almost like it's a set of stairs. The scene unfolding beyond with a 31, it looks like a monastery. It looks like a monastery looking around in some kind of cold location. You're not sure which one, but there's definitely a look about it of a monastery in the mountains. There are sort of weird mountain peaks growing out of nowhere that then clearly a cliff edge on the other side, but they've not been thought into existence beyond that point. It looks to be in a state of attack. However, it is frozen. There are strange figures that look almost humanoid that appear to be frozen in mid-sprint, mid-run. There's an explosion around what looks like a high tower, and part of it's collapsing inwards. But again, it's all frozen. You can't see anything more than that. With a 31, you also notice there are spherical objects that appear to be the only things moving that are slowly scudding and moving around this space. You can count 7.
All... just everything exactly the way you worded it comes out of Harper's mouth.
Okay.
As he's talking, the room empty, clearly slept in. And then just going the whole way through in the distance, an exploding temple. Yeah, exactly, like a little narrative.
Reek, you're going to poke one with the lightsaber.
You don't have to roll an attack roll.
No, not necessary. You poke it, and you are you trying to cut? Are you trying to poke the eye in the eye?
No, I'm just trying to get its attention.
Okay. You poke the eye in the eye, and it swells and pops. And as it does, the skin and flesh around where it is sort of like a flower sort of pulling back, pulls itself back into the floor. Another eye from another side of the room is going to look directly at you. And can you please make me a roll for it? Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I'm not too bad at dex saving throws. Yeah, in fact, that is a 23.
23. A pale yellow beam pulses out of one of the eyes and washes over you. Nothing happens. You are not affected by it.
Whoop! The eyes have light things coming from... Can I just go poke that eye as well?
With the sword again?
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to pop all of them.
There are hundreds. In the room, there's probably about 20, but if you go out into the space, these eyes are growing out of this strange frozen scene of attack everywhere. You gonna go pop another one?
Yep.
Okay. Reek flies, moves over to the eye that just shot out, and same thing happens. Poke, and another eye from another corner just fires out something else.
This is why Reek dies every time.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
I think Elder Green just lets you get on with it at this point. I'm not going to try and stop you.
Just there to pick up the pieces.
21.
Right. A black beam washes over you, and you take 14 points of damage as necrotic energy pulses out of this eye and washes over you.
Ouch, that hurt. I'm going to go poke that one that just hurt me.
Reek, you know, we've had this conversation before about you poking things and them not liking it, like our Nigella.
Yeah.
Maybe you should stop poking things. It's your choice, your decision. Don't let me put words in your head. But you hurt it first before it then hurt you.
I did not.
No, you poked it with your stick.
I did poke it with my stick.
You did poke it with your stick. Yes, I saw you with my eyes.
So you don't think I should poke this one?
It's your choice. Don't let me influence your decision.
And go through the wall towards the block.
Are you going to walk down the stairs?
Yeah.
Reek reluctantly just like lowers the sword.
And I think you just get like a little badge. I'll just put a badge on you, like a little star. Like you did well.
Not a star.
I like the idea that there's many of them. Like there's like lots of different ones for different occasions.
Be careful with star stickers; they have some connotation. But yes, definitely pleasant badges.
No, this is like little golden, like you've been to the dentist star.
You didn't do a foolish.
You didn't do a foolish.
Yeah, a little smiley face with googly eyes attached to you now.
Perfect. Are you all heading out of the room into this strange alien landscape? Is no one staying behind?
I will follow.
I'll
I'm
follow.
not allowed to pop the tentacle, so I might as well join.
Cool. As all five of you move down, you can see that these strange orb-like things that are floating around, some of them come into closer view. They vary considerably. Most of them have quite a prominent central eye. Some have eyes on tentacles sprouting out from them. Others have eyes just set into their heads at various points. And they are just floating around the space idly. Most of them are watching you as you enter this
idly.
Space.
Oh, very good, very good.
Most of them are watching you as you enter this space. They don't seem to be making any kind of aggressive action towards you as yet, but they are just watching as you all make your way into this space.
What are you looking at?
Do you address one of them directly?
Yep.
One of them will sort of scud slightly closer down towards you, Reek, as you address it.
Can I poke it now?
Sorry?
It was a Liz question.
I think we should pose this to the group, Reek. So Reek would very much like to poke one of these tentacles again, and we saw with our own eyes what happened last time. It's Reek's decision, but what do we think? Do we think Reek should proceed?
I like that this one listened to Reek. Maybe this is your friend. Maybe this is a new friend until you decide to eat it. Let's find out what...
As you are having this conversation, Harper says, and all of these various spheroids open mouths. Some of them have like an obvious like mouth under the central eye. Others have like smaller mouths on the side of their faces and things like that. And they say, and Harper says as well,
I am the dream, dreamt into being by the sleeper.
I am the dream, dreamt into being by the sleeper.
They all say that.
Don't stab one of them.
All right. I mean, I guess I might have to stab you if you're in their weird gang.
I'm not in the gang. I just occasionally, I am the message. I just, it's just happening. I can't control this.
I will not stab the eyeballs.
Very nice.
Oryx is getting a little bit nervous and instantly is going to use his roaring taunt. Roar? Taunting, roar? Roar.
You're going to roar.
Roar. Taunting roar.
Right.
So he just roar. And if those are creatures, all of them needs to do a wisdom saving throw 15 or be afraid of myself.
Okay.
Is that directed at just these creatures, or do we all have to make the same?
Creatures of your choice, I believe.
Creatures of your choice.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay, then.
And also the little desert mouse, please.
Not our Keith.
Can you roll for Keith, please?
I will roll for Keith.
Keith gets Reek's bonus.
Keith gets Reek's bonus.
Okay. Wisdom.
PvP!
I recently played a game where there was a bit of PvP, and I actually got my first player kill.
You're a horrible person.
In fairness, they fireballed me.
What did Keith get?
9. 9 for poor Keith.
Okay, Keith's terrified of Oryx.
Don't be mean to our Keith.
The various spheres are going to float away. However, as you do this, inside the courtyard, you all see a blinding flash of light. And I have too many tabs open. There we go. Right. Oryx, please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, my favorite.
+5.
25.
Right. A beam, a purple beam this time, washes over you to no effect. You are not affected by it. But as this happens, as you do this, I will need everyone to roll initiative.
Okie dokie.
So everyone who is standing within 10 feet of me gets +4 to their initiative.
Okay. Okay.
Just shout them out. They might turn up in my Beyond tracker, but they might not. I can pop.
Do we add Bless to it as well?
Yes, Bless is still active. Ali, I will say that Bless still has 30 seconds left if you want to maintain it.
That +4 for Bless.
D4.
Or a D4.
My initiative was 25.
18.
18.
16 in total for Elder Green.
16 in total. I have to adapt all of these. 16 in total for Elder Green. Any more for any more? I've got an 8 for Oryx.
14 for Oryx.
14, thank you.
Hold on. I've got the bless counts, right?
The bless counts, yes. And you get the bonus from Reek, which just gives you advantage, right?
No, +4.
+4.
No, but I have
+4 and a
D4. +4 and a D4.
That's right. How complicated we make this.
It's crazy. To be more complicated,
you have things as well, don't you?
I have things as well. My crossbow is a warning, so I have advantage on initiative rolls. So my first initiative roll is a 12.
Okay.
With everything that's stacked up, and I will roll it again.
Cool. You can keep the D4 in roll if you want to, or you can re-roll. I don't mind.
Sure, I'll keep the D4, and that makes it a 25.
25 as well. I'm going to say that Harper goes before you because Harper's initiative bonus is a +9.
Oh, yes.
Technically, so is mine.
Hey!
Yeah.
Right.
Alert feet. Alert feet.
Oh, no, not that. Just Watcher Paladins are, like, very on it.
Okay.
Keeping on top of things.
At the start of initiative, as this all comes about, the bless spell fades.
What?
Oryx, you can still concentrate on it. It is just being suppressed by an anti-magic field.
Oh no!
Your sword turns off.
Elder Green, the sword stopped working. I just got a handle.
Anyone else who has any magic items that affect you and how you operate, they are currently suppressed.
I'm gonna die. My AC goes 4 low. 4?
Yeah, mine's dropped by 2 as well.
Mine's dropped by 2.
Well then.
Oh, Chris, you little tinker.
Just for benefit, you are stood on this staircase of rock that is going down towards this monastery that is under attack. It's not that far ahead of you. Within about 30 feet, you could easily reach the front gates of the space, which are open. There are also these frozen humanoid figures around, just to give you a full sense of the landscape ahead of you. But there is a courtyard, which the door is open through there. Harper, it is your turn.
Is there a noticeable feeling when our magic is dampened? Or our magic items are dampened?
I would say that all of you feel because magic items are a big part of this world and how you will operate in this world. And you will have... Hey, it's all right. You will have a noticeable, feeling of things getting heavier and of the weight of the world sitting on your shoulders a bit more heavily. You're suddenly in a space with no magic, and that is to most of you very odd.
Cool. Well, I will use my bonus action to dash.
You can dash inside the courtyard, that is fine. Do you want to look at any of these frozen humanoid figures as you run past?
Yeah, I've got a passive perception of 20.
Cool.
And you're an insight of 20.
You're an inquisitive. You are used to seeing detail in the scenes around you. That is fine. As you skip,
passive investigation of 20.
As you skip down these stairs and run past these figures, quite a few seem to be tabaxi, but most are tabaxi, but there are other humanoids around. As you run past, none of them have any faces.
Okay.
It's just where there would usually be a face is just blank mask, nothing there. You can just see that they are frozen in space and time, like they're a sort of slight... I would say, with your insight being what it is and you being inquisitive, like they're a memory that's not quite fully formed.
Ah, interesting.
With dashing into the courtyard, I will also give you this. You've moved 60 feet, so you are now well inside the courtyard. There are buildings around the edge of the courtyard. There's a larger building in one corner with this central tower that is in mid-collapse. There are more of these orbs floating around, and there is a larger orb in the center of the courtyard that is looking straight at you. It looks very similar to all the other ones, it's just a little bit bigger.
Okay. I behold the...
Do you?
The orb. And
I spectate.
You should be beholding, not spectating.
I gaze upon this.
No, it's bigger than that. D&D joke corner. Yeah.
I'm gonna. I guess I'll just be like, hello. I don't suppose you're the reason why the rain is going up. Yeah. And I'm gonna just sort of I can't do it yet because of the anti-magic fields. I'm just gonna behind my hand, just unhip my crossbow from my back.
Are you holding your action?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action to shoot until everybody else gets here.
The trigger is when everyone else gets here?
If everyone starts attacking, once somebody's within 5 foot of it, then I will shoot because
when I get
I understand. Okay, so you are basically holding your action for the point at which you would get sneak attack. Yes.
Yes, please.
Gotcha. That's absolutely fine.
If I have to, it might be very nice. It'll be a very nice big orb thing with
Sure, you just walked in and poked a couple of its eyes and
I didn't
made it
poke
scared.
anything.
Just saying.
I am the Heartbringer.
Is there anything else you can do?
I've asked it a question. I've said, you the creature causing rain.
You did. And it does like to talk.
Beholders. Beautiful.
It will say,
I am the sleeper's nightmares made manifest.
Is that a yes?
if nothing else on your turn, Mariposa.
Speaking as a free action. We have a whole show called Talking as a Free Action.
We don't have a show called...
No, we don't, Niall! No.
I'm absolutely fascinated by something that has lots of legs and tentacles. Like it's something that they are very, very into. And so, 10 is more than 8, which is automatically like way cooler. I don't know that they know anything about what we're beholding. So shall I check or shall I just...
Okay, you have some experience of the outer planes and of the Feywild and of strangeness. I think it's fair that this would give you another Arcana check, which is free on your turn. No action required.
Okay, so let's do that. Hold on. Arcana, here we go. Oh. 6.
You've heard of some weird stuff, and there's weird things beyond the planes, but nothing specifically like this.
Nothing specifically like this. We're in the courtyard. We can.
You are outside of the courtyard on the stairs. 30 feet would get you just inside the courtyard, but Harper has moved further ahead thanks to Rogue sneaky fast.
So, because it's an obviously big sphere and an orb, I want to get down and try to surround it. Like I want to get as close as I can.
You want to get out of the anti-magic cone, don't you?
Kind of. But logically, without knowing anything, with my natural one check,
with your current movement, you cannot edge out enough to get out of the anti-magic field, but you can get into the courtyard and sidestep instead of going forward. That's perfectly fine.
Okay, so that's what
you're moving into space. Any actions or bonus action? You can hold things as well. Don't forget. That's perfectly fine.
Well, I will hold an attack with a crossbow for when I am attacked.
If you are attacked. Cool, no problem. Right, here we go. On initiative count 20.
It closes its eye
and goes to sleep.
No, it doesn't do any of those things. Nope.
Says, I am the walrus.
Mariposa, because you moved inside the courtyard and you're standing next to a wall. More of these eyes, tentacular eyes, are going to sprout out of the wall and are going to wrap around you.
I am intrigued and yet not terribly desirous of this happening.
No. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw coming right up. Dex saving throw.
You are not close enough to Reek to get the effect anymore.
No, so that's a 9.
You are grappled by the wall.
Okay.
Just grappled, not restrained. You are just held in place, but you are now surrounded by eye tentacles that are all over
looking around at them all.
And they're all looking at you, just staring directly into your face from having wrapped very close to you. Lovely. It is now the Beholder's turn. At the start of its turn, it is going to...
Fuck off.
No.
It could.
At the moment, it doesn't particularly want to attack all of you. It just wants to understand what you're all about. So it's going to keep the central eye open, still staring out the doorway, which is where the cone is currently situated. It is going to look at all of you, and it is going to say...
The sleeper summoned his terrors to defend himself. We answered, but we are so much more. if you will listen. I am the Harbinger. I am the message.
No, we got that. You're the Harbinger, you're the message, you're the what's-he-doo-dah.
Herald.
Can we carry on with our lives now? Who's the dreamer? Who's the sleeper? What's happening?
Doesn't know how to respond to that. That is the end of its turn. Right. Reek, it is your
What are you
turn.
laughing at, Niall?
Just the fact that the monster ended its term on a so baffled by the fact that
Reek has confused the alien intelligence. Reek, it is your turn.
How many of my allies are currently within 30 feet of me?
Harper moved 60 feet forward. However, that means that if you moved forward 30 feet, all of them would be within 30 feet of you.
Including Mariposa?
Yeah, Mariposa just sidestepped, so still very much within range of a 30-foot radius effect.
Can I use Channel Divinities?
What is the wording, specifically, on a Channel Divinity?
I channel divine energy to fuel magical
Channel
effects.
divine energy. Spells and other magical effects, except those created by an artifact or a deity, are suppressed in the sphere.
I mean,
Go. Of course you can.
Does that count? I mean, I'm creating it, but it's coming from Time Aura.
I think a Channel Divinity specifically comes from your god, so I will allow that.
In which case, I will fly 30 feet forward. Sure. I'm gonna just stare into the eyes of the beholder. Be like, I'm prepared for this. And I'm going to Channel Divinity, which means that everyone now gets, for the next... hang on, sorry, let me just check the words. No!
No
right.
reading.
For the next minute, all of you get advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Amazing.
As well as, if you're in my aura, you get to add the +5.
That's brilliant.
At the moment, because you move forward 30 feet, no one is in your aura.
Yes, however, I still have another 20 feet of movement.
Actually, that is not true. Mariposa would technically still now be in your aura, because Mariposa moved 30 feet as well, so...
I have another 20 feet of movement.
Yeah, because you're an Aarakocra, yeah.
Can I get out of the icon?
Do you know that you're looking for an icon specifically? You enroll in intelligence, arcana, history.
Oh, it's going to go so well.
You trained as a Watcher's
I'm
Paladin.
a Watcher Paladin, for
So
Christ's sake.
therefore, what would you want to use? History. You probably
Can
read
I
books
use
about beholders.
charisma?
No!
But all my knowledge comes from being told things in stories, so I would be remembering the stories.
Nice luring. Roll a history
saying them
check.
out loud. The beholder has an eye.
No, roll a history check.
It's not terrible. It's a 14.
Okay, with a 14, you go, oh, these things.
The beholder has an eye.
No.
The eye stops the magic.
No.
Move behind the eye, yes.
You don't know what you know, Em. You know what Reek knows. And what Reek knows with a 14 is that these things are from an alien, strange place. They are dreams made manifest. That is how they procreate, it's how they create themselves. They are dangerous. They are monsters. They are definitely like... This is not like, oh, a fun little effect. No, this is something really bad and terrifying and scary. And you know that its central eye can stop magic where it sees. With a 14, I would allow that.
The beholder has an eye. The eye stops magic. There was nothing wrong with that sentence. I've got 20 feet of movement left. Can I move out of the icon?
Do you want to move out of it and then into direct conflict with it?
Yeah.
Cool. If you move out of it, I mean, Harper went 60 feet and didn't reach it. So if you move out of the cone and are sort of circling around, you can circle around out of the anti-magic. That is fine.
Wait, so I won't be in melee with it anyway?
No.
I could be out of the... If I have a magic item that I can use to affect other people, if the other people are inside the anti-magic cone, will it not affect them?
It will not affect them. It is an anti-magic cone.
Even
Nothing
though
happens
I'm
inside.
outside of it?
You can still cast the effect, but it won't affect the people inside. Depending on whether it's a concentration effect, it might be suppressed and then affect them when they move out.
My reaction... but it can't use eye rays on people inside anyway.
Correct.
Who's currently outside? Would it just be me?
It would just be you.
Fine, I'll just run straight at it.
Cool, you're still in it, just flying straight towards it. You're now within about 30 feet of it. You fly over Harper because you are... Actually, no, Harper's slightly ahead of you because you haven't dashed. But you and Harper are now within about 20, 30 feet of it. You are very close now. Cool, fine. Reek flies straight
I
ahead.
do shout my oral tradition at all of you. The beholder has an eye. The eye stops magic. Don't look at the eye.
And you're flying.
I am the herald.
You're flying forward with definite violent intent. Yes.
I mean, I have no weapon currently.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Elder Green.
Flying with a handle intent.
So just another quick question, just to make sure I've got this correct.
Sure. Anti-magic fields are complicated, I understand.
Yeah, so I'm in this field.
Yes.
I would like to be able to wild shape. However, I just need to know if that counts as magic or a spell, and what the wording is around.
Spells can't be cast in here. Actually, they can be. You cast a spell in here, but nothing would happen. It is suppressed while in the anti-magic field. In other words, you could cast any spell you want to, but nothing would happen. But if you then move out of the cone, it's still happening. It just hasn't happened yet, if you see what I mean. Wild shape. What does it say under the wording for wild shape?
Yeah, so it says you can magically assume the shape of a beast.
Or magic. I think what I would allow is that you can start wild shaping. You're effectively wild shaped, but until you're out of the cone, the wild shape doesn't take effect.
And I think that's what Elder Green would do, because Elder Green has not got a clue. So, yes, wild shape as an action, I will be transforming into the toad, the Elder Toad.
Cool.
But no one can see that, and I can't see that, and I'm confused as I'm moving forwards. I don't know what my movement feels like, but for me, I guess it's just normal.
You just walk normally and go, aren't I usually a toad? This is weird.
And I'll be following Reek.
Cool. You will get inside the doorway, inside this courtyard. You can see off to one side Mariposa is being held up against this wall by tentacular eyeballs.
Is everything all right, Mariposa? Is everything okay?
I'm stuck like in a web, but not quite. It's fascinating, really.
I can see that. You look okay, so fine. Okay.
I think
Quick question: what do I look like? Do I look like me?
You look this. I think everybody would recognize you, including our friend the Scorpion.
I should be a toad, but thank you.
You are not a toad. You are not a toad.
That's it for me. That's my go.
Great. Before we get to Oryx's turn, the beholder will look at Reek flying forward quite aggressively and look at all of you.
Do you wish to hear the message? Or
Yes.
conflict?
No, tell us who you have bringing.
Are we in conflict?
Not yet.
We might be. If we are in conflict, then my message is not for you.
But no, we're not.
Roll a persuasion
Nobody's-
check. Out of turn. Roll a persuasion check. Go on.
No, we're not. I am the message. No, we're not. Do I get advantage because I'm connected with them?
No.
Damn it. All right, so I don't have any pluses anymore, do I? It's just straight charisma.
No. If you have abilities, like
no, but I mean, like I don't have bless or anything like that.
No, sorry, it's still up, but it's
the
suppressed.
stuff that M gave us as well was for saving throws, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Okay, so you'll be happy to know that because I went for an intelligence-based character, my charisma is +0, and I rolled a 12.
12.
I don't think my message is for you.
I'm not fighting you.
Oryx, it is your turn.
How much movement do I need to get behind the beholder?
Oh boy. It is, as previously established, 80 feet to directly in front of it. So to get behind it, they are large, so you're looking at, to move around it, about 100 feet of movement. You can't teleport because you are in an anti-magic field.
That is to say, I'm going to use my movement to get 35.
Sure. You bound in. You are slightly past Eldergreen. You are slightly past Mariposa. The other two are ahead of you.
Then I'm going to use my action to use my Channel Divinity.
Yeah, that's fine as established.
Bulb of Peace. As an action, you can move up to your speed. with a provoking opportunity attacks. And when you move between 5 feet of each any other creature during this action, you can restore some amount of hit points.
Oh.
So first of all, may I pass by Harper?
Of course you can, yes.
So as I pass, I say, let Oketra warm your soul. Oketra is a goddess from a monket from Magic the Gathering.
Splendid, yeah.
I am the herald.
Yes.
So you restore 13 hit points.
Amazing, thank you very much.
The Mariposa got hurt.
No, it's just grappled.
No, I'm just grappled.
If I keep moving.
Sure. How much speed do you have with Balm of Peace on?
My full speed. So
75 and 70 total.
70 total, right?
Yes.
Action search.
Because you're a fighter as well, yes.
I'm gonna dash as far as I can. So means
that's 105.
Yes. So if I can step behind them.
I don't use flanking rules, but you can certainly get around to the other side of it and be out of the... You can feel your magic return to you and your bless returns on yourself because you cast it on yourself as you move around the outside. All your magic items kick back in on the far side of the beholder. That's perfectly fine.
Oh, he's very quick, isn't he, Reek?
So quick. And look,
I believe
he touched Harper on the way, and Harper's looking so much better.
I am the message.
Aside from the creepy messages.
Yes.
And if I remember, I just trigger Harper's ready action.
Oh, of course you do. You trigger Harper's ready action because you are within 5 feet of it. So, Harper, you can fire your crossbow. You can always choose to not use your held action if you want to find out what the message is.
Yeah, I
look
do
at this carrot I'm dangling.
I do want to know
look at it. Look at this carrot. Oh, it's a tasty carrot. Oh,
literally, my character's personality trait.
Oh,
literally. Let me get it up. Where was it? I must know the answer to every secret. No door remains unopened in my presence.
Oh no!
Are you going to use your held action?
I'm going to use my held action to not do it.
Would you like
to literally?
Would you like
scream to everyone, guys? Let's just find out what the message is.
Directed to my heart. Anyway, yeah, that's. I wish I had a bonus action.
Do you not?
I don't have anything.
It's a
because I
great
just
use of a
already
turn.
used my daunting roar.
That is extremely cool use of a turn, though. Well, I mean, I am personally very impressed. So yeah, cool. You move out of the anti-magic field, and you are now behind it. You can see this, like, it's got eyes in the back of its head. Obviously, it's a beholder, but it's some of them are on tentacles, some of them are just affixed to the body. I think for those of us who have seen pictures of beholders before, this one does look a bit more proto-beholdery. Like, it looks a bit more like it's still being formed. Anyway.
I hiss a lot.
At the end of Oryx's turn, the beholder will look at Harper directly.
I am confused.
Why? I am the message. Damn it.
I am the harbinger.
No, I am the harbinger.
It's still forming. It can't quite get the words out.
I am the harbinger. It is my job to deliver the message, but I am also more than capable of defending myself if necessary.
That's
fine.
fine.
To give the message to people who would harm my master.
Okay, we're not going to harm your master. Can we hear the message, please?
I would like to see a show of intent from all of you before
I pull out my sword and drop it to the ground.
I'll take that as a free action. Why not? Right. The floating spheres all around this space have now all descended and are now floating. There's a good... You now count 10 of them floating above and around all of you. They look very similar to this central beholder figure, but much more proto than before that. Fewer tentacle eyes, more just standard eyes and mouths and jutting things. and they're all floating down very close, sort of waiting for your answer as a group. Skip through all their turns. Harper, you have thrown your sword on the ground. Do you take any actions on your turn?
Is it my turn?
It is now your turn.
I will use my insightful fighting on the beholder.
Not necessarily an aggressive action, because it wouldn't be obvious that it was. What do I need to roll?
I'm just insight check against the deception check, and then I can use my sneak attack for a minute.
Yeah.
Regardless of advantage.
21 on the deception check.
Okay. That needs a good roll.
Silvery barbs. Oh, I'm not selling.
Do you not have silver? Is this a character who doesn't have silvery barbs, Ali? Wow. Considering last week we had 3 silvery barbs in a row.
It was so cool.
My God.
No, I didn't. I got 30.
I'm sorry. That's 30.
No, it's all right. It's what it is.
30 or 13?
13.
You can't. Don't you have a minimum roll on insight because you're inquisitive?
Oh, that's really good. But I think I still only got an 18. That is a really good point. Yeah, it would have been an 8, but it's plus 10. So
yeah, 18.
Still does not matter.
I'm sorry. It's very hard to get insight on a floating eye monster that appears to think in very different terms from you.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. You can hold another action if you want to.
I'll keep the crossbow ready.
That's fine.
But I've dropped the sword.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll just shout to everyone, can we make a centerpiece so we can find out what the message is? I feel like it might be slightly important.
As you aim to it, like I'm having
not aim, like it's behind his back. There's intent. Mariposa, you are currently grappled by the wall.
And I want to figure out how to get ungrappled.
Without making any aggressive actions.
But this is the thing. So I want to hear the message as well. So I should share the message. I am here to listen.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I love like the idea of being like choked out. It's like, no, go on, tell us what you're gonna
Well, I mean, I've just grappled. I've just like I'm held. I feel like I'm held politely in place and being observed.
Yeah.
And so persuasion. That was an 8.
Okay. I won't count it as an action if you want to hold something else. It's perfectly fine.
I feel like I feel untethered, right, from my eldritch gifts because I'm in the anti-magic field, right? It's very awkward.
You can still prepare a spell. You can still prepare a spell because you can still cast a spell. Just if you're in the field, nothing would happen.
Yeah, that's so.
Anti-magic is
really
fun.
big. Anti-magic is terrible on this. So, for nothing else, Eyecatcher is going to climb up the wall.
Sure.
And try to get us high up, sort of above and beyond where I would like to be.
Sure. The parapet's about 30 feet up. It's quite a high wall for a monastery. Okay. Like it's a very defensible monastery.
Okay.
Cool. The beholder is waiting. Takes no action. Reek.
Non-aggressive. What would Reek do?
Well, that's the issue. I have been taught that these things are awful. And it's my job to get rid of them. And I'm going to do my job. Which is to fly round behind it so that my sword comes back into existence, please.
Yeah.
And I'm going to whack it twice. Sorry, Niall. I'm sure we'll find out the message some other way. Is Bless back up since Oryx and I are both now outside of the...
Bless was cast on you and you are now outside of it, so it is back up on you, yes.
Yes.
Oh, Niall's so disappointed. Oh.
That's 21 on the first.
Yeah, that hits you.
And more. 27 on the second.
Yeah, also.
And that.
I'll use my action to support Rick. I'll just be like, fuck, and shoot in the eye.
You were holding, that's perfectly fine. Please make your attack roll as well. You were holding.
25, and I'm going to smite a third level twice.
That's fine.
I presume it's not undead.
It is not.
I'm going to shout. Can I shout, I'm sorry?
Yeah, of course you can. Do it in the accent.
I'm sorry, I'm the Harbinger.
That's 70 points of damage all in.
Cool.
I rolled a 10. I really don't want to hit it.
Just bounces off. Nothing.
Tracks.
I am done. I'm finished.
Were there any other held actions? I don't believe there were. No? Cool. Well, the Beholder also held an action because it wasn't sure it could trust you, and it really couldn't.
Well, it was right, wasn't it?
Yeah. Reek, make me a dexterity saving throw.
26.
Okay, you take half damage as another black beam pours out over you. 35 points of damage as necrotic energy. That's halved. As necrotic energy washes over you, and you all hear it say.
I am the Harbinger, but not for you.
And it hits you with that.
Well, I'm the Harbinger for you, motherfucker. Sorry. Such a child.
Reek, keep that language where it should be.
At which point...
This is more like Reek and Morty than anything.
Reek, you got it. It will then use a legendary action to fire again at Reek. Because you fucking did it. I mean, this is what happens.
I mean, Harper also shot a crossbow.
And said, I'm sorry, and missed. And you did 70 points of damage in one go. It's concerned. And you're out of the anti-magic field. Reek, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I can.
As a purplish beam this time washes out over you.
21.
Nothing happens. It washes out over you, but nothing happens. You are not affected by it.
Yes, see, you can't affect me.
Why do you do this to yourself? I'm asking, as your partner and dear friend, why do you do this to yourself?
If it's shooting IRAs at me, it's not shooting them at anyone else, and they can all heal me eventually, maybe.
Oh, dear God. Elder Green, it is your turn. It looks like diplomacy has failed.
Reek is doing a fantastic job of diplomacy.
Do I see?
Oryx would agree to that.
Do I see the specific point at which the anti-magic field stops? So do I see, like, when Reek flies through it, the sword comes out?
You would have seen Oryx and Reek surround, I think probably one went either side, just for cinematic effect, if nothing else, around it as they went. You would have seen the point at which both of the effects kick back in again, and it appears to be a cone emanating from the central line.
And how far away from myself is that?
You are currently... You move 30 feet into the space, so you are 50 feet away from it, which means that the edges are 50 feet away from you because of how cones work.
Cool. May I use my action to try and pull Mariposa free?
Absolutely. Mariposa is currently grappled by the wall. You can make a... something... strength. You can make athletics or acrobatics check.
Cool. Let's go with acrobatics.
That's fine.
And it was amazing, and then it turned into a 9. I'm just sort of hugging Mariposa. Hello.
The eyes are still there as well. It's a very creepy hug.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay there and hope to help Mariposa when they try to get themselves free.
Sure. Right. Oryx, it is your turn. You are out of the cone. Actually, at the end of Elder Green's turn, another legendary action.
The grin says it all, Chris.
It's not a grin. I think it's going to have to be Reek again. Reek has done 70 points of damage. It's very concerned. Right. Reek, make me a... Oh, dear. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Why not any of the ones that I've, used my...
I'm just rolling. It's all random.
Right, I'm going to use my item to give myself advantage on that roll.
That's fine.
That makes it a 24.
It's half damage again, so...
Chris just wants to kill Rick.
I don't want to kill you!
I put on my form that I would like Rick to stay alive. Chris.
No. It's 28 points of damage.
I'm fine. I mean, I don't look great, but I'm still alive.
Like feathers everywhere, right?
I'm getting flashbacks.
Various
I'm literally getting
beams
flashbacks.
just go blasting out over Reek. Yeah. Oryx, it's your turn.
Oryx.
Reek looks fucked.
That was quite painful, actually.
It's a lot of necrotic energy pouring over Reek. Yeah.
I'm gonna take my first aid kit. No. I'm gonna cast.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
It's an action to cast Healer.
15 points of healing. So
Thank
that was
you.
level 3rd.
That's not gonna be enough.
Not if you keep rolling the blooming necrotic one. Oh no, I killed myself. Hang on.
That's it, Reek. There they are.
You had 8 hit points, so you had 15 to that. That makes it 23. I can see your hit points on the tracker.
Yeah.
That's why I was so concerned.
And then my action.
Kill myself.
Oryx is gonna do this, and I'm gonna use Emboldening Bond.
Oh, splendid.
So that is only 4 creatures. I think Elder Green doesn't need this.
What's the wording on Emboldening Bond?
As an action, you choose up to 4 willing creatures within 30 feet of you, creating a magical bond among them.
You can do it, but only the people outside of the cone will be affected by it currently.
That's fine. At some point, I expect everybody, or at times, it doesn't matter. So everybody but Elder Green. So the little kittens, they...
Wouldn't it be just me? Because I'm in the anti-magic field.
No, you can still be affected by this, but it is suppressed while you're in the anti-magic field.
Right.
Because anti-magic fields are fun, kids.
The kittens now appears with a silver bell, which only applies now for Rick. And that is another D4, but you can only use it once per turn.
Do you have the version of it where you can teleport, or are you not high enough level for it?
Yes,
you do have.
That's how I'm pretend to protect Rick.
Okay.
So yeah, but I could teleport in for you as well.
Don't. Let me do it.
This is how another one of my characters died.
So action, bonus action, free action. I will.
You only used the Emboldening Bond. You used a bonus action.
Healing Word.
Word. Thank you.
Yeah. And that's it this time.
Cool.
Oh, I feel great. That little bell makes me feel quite happy.
All of the other ones are all floating down very slowly. They are very slow, and are going to float over towards Reek because did too much damage. That's just what's happening now. Unbelievable. They're not all going to cluster around because that's impossible, but they're all getting into the corner. There's now these sort of floating orb things that are a bit smaller, just bouncing around the various bits where you all are generally getting in the way. I will say a maximum of 4 can affect Reek at once because of spheroid shapes. Reek, can you make me 4 wisdom saving throws, please?
All with advantage.
All with advantage because of your thing. Yeah, it's all fine.
Right, okay, hang on. This is an app task.
Yeah.
Right. 1. Natural 20 plus 8 plus 4. That makes it 29.
Yeah, not affected.
Imagine if you'd have said, yeah, no, you still lost.
Yeah.
That one is a 19.
You're fine.
Right. That one is a 25.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the last one.
Yep.
You're just waiting for me to roll 2 ones, aren't you? Oh, it's not going to happen. That's another natural 20 for 29.
Perfect.
Cool. They all float down towards you, and 4 of them are now crowding around you. I will say, because there are 4 crowding around you, your movement is now quite severely hampered.
I could just fly away from them.
You are next to the beholder, and there are 4 of them all around you. In terms of where you can physically move, you are being very much boxed
But the
in.
beholder would have to move away, so...
What?
The beholder would have to move away.
Why would I have to move away?
If it doesn't want me to hit it.
No. Sorry. I mean, as in your movement now, getting out of this situation.
Why would I want to go anywhere?
Okay. All 4 of them flash, either like the eyes all sort of glow in like a sort of kaleidoscope effect, or one of the eyes, they're not full beams, more sort of like a little sort of, all around you are like sort of disco light, disco ball beholder things floating around you. You are not affected by anything that they're doing, but they're there now.
Oh, pretty.
The rest are all floating around the rest of you, and I think they're making sort of like holding patterns in between. Like one is between Harper and the main one. A couple are floating near Mariposa and Eldergrim. Haven't done anything yet because you haven't really been that aggressive yet. A couple are floating around Oryx, again, similarly, just waiting to see what will happen. But they are now in the fight and very much there and very much in the way. Worth noting. Skip through all their turns. Harper, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I guess. So, can I not shoot the beholder?
Oh, you certainly can, but I would be very concerned if you missed. You know, if you miss, you'll just hit the smaller one, and that's probably fine, right?
No, don't say that. Yeah, I think I'm going to bonus action steady aim.
Sure.
And just take a knee. And just shout, I am the dream, and I'm also sorry. I didn't want it to go this way, but here we are. Oh, okay. That'll hit. 26.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, let me get all my D6s.
Sure.
I'm going to need them. All right, so 1d6 for the crossbow, and then lots of d6s for the...
How many d6s do you get at level 9 road?
5, so 6 in total.
Nice.
4, 5, 6. It's like a little shit fireball. I rolled shit as well. Oh, I'm plussing 4. Okay, so 10. 20.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't sound like shit to me.
26.
Very nice. You fire a bolt. It whizzes past the smaller beholder and impacts the main one. It is starting to make grunting, shrieking pain noises.
And again, I'm sorry.
Are you?
Don't be sorry,
Yes.
Harper. They're evil aberrations from beyond these skies.
Stars.
No, said what I said.
Okay.
Maybe not all of them are. This one seemed to be a bit confused.
I beg to differ.
I'll use my final legendary action to target Reek with an eye ray.
If you roll the
What do you
death
sell?
one again, I'm going to think you're cheating.
No, it's not that this time. Right. So I've replaced some of them, so I'm checking to see exactly what they do.
What type of saving throw do you need me to roll?
Con again. Other purple ray. Purple ray. Nice.
I'm going to use both my d4s.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not bad. That adds an extra 5, which makes it 17.
Oh! That's not the DC. The DC is 18. You are blinded.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Blind.
Mm-hmm. It washes out over you and your eyes sort of go purple and wash over and you cannot see.
How long is that for?
I'll tell you.
No, I mean, is it worth me using a spell on it or not?
Is it worth you using a spell on
Yeah,
this one?
like, is it only one round?
You don't know.
I do know about beholders. I rolled a 14.
14's not high enough to know about this. Also, beholders have different beholders have different magical effects from their eyes because I don't like some of the classic ones. Yeah. You are blinded. You don't know how long. Right.
Ooh, sorry, that was a weird stretch noise.
All right, mariposa.
Ooh.
So I'm also making weird stretch noises trying to get out because Mariposa is very weak and has a strength. I may have mentioned 4. Yeah, so not.
You can use acrobatics to try and get out.
I in fact do wish to use acrobatics, but first I wanted to know if all these brick-based shenanigans, if the beholders in fact moved even a little.
The beholder itself has not moved; it has stayed.
It stayed, and that it's too much. So let's do an acrobatics check then.
Because Elder Green is right there with you and was trying to get you out with their action before, Chris, would that count as helping Mariposa to break free?
Technically, no, but why not?
Okay.
You're a kind and gracious DM.
Am I, Niall? Am I?
No.
No.
So with all my in-sheet stats, my official stats, 13 is the result.
13.
Is there anything else? It's a check. It's a
check. It's not a saving throw. It's a check, and you're currently not able to count the bless because the eye is still pointed in that direction.
Was that with advantage?
That was not with advantage. That was just the first roll. So if I do it again, and I actually hit acrobatics instead of animal handling. So we have an 18 plus 2, a 20.
There you're fine. You managed to pull yourself out of the eyes, and you are out.
I am out. So I'm going to run behind, away from the field.
As it is a cone, if you run, hang on, cone.
I didn't know where I was on the cone. I knew I'd sidestepped, and I was like,
you sidestepped 10 feet in. It's 150 feet long, which means it's increases by a factor of 10 every 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50. You'd have to dash to get out of the cone.
I have to dash to get out of the cone, so move.
You would have to dash to get out of the cone. Because cones are as wide as they are long.
That is awkward, because it was my full action to escape the grapple, right?
I'm not going to be too mean about that if you want to use an action.
No, then I want to use the action. I want to use the dash.
And dash
get
out. You are out. Yeah. You are now blessed again. The bless kicks back in because Oryx is still concentrating. You are now out of the cone, much out of the way.
Okay, so
and the bond
undamaged.
And the emboldening bond. You are emboldening bonded as well now. It was
nice.
You were affected by it while inside a suppressed area, and now it's affecting you.
I feel invigorated. I'm delighted to be broken free of something like this. And even though I know it was dexterity, it feels like strength, and I just feel a little, high on my supply. This is great. I have one final bonus action. I would like Eyecatcher to bite the beholder.
Eyecatcher was climbing up the wall.
It was climbing up the wall. I wanted to go boop, and jump on the wall.
Leap out.
Yep, that's what I want.
Whee! Okay.
That's all I want.
I'm going to ignore quite a lot of how the rules work and just say, sure. Eyecatcher boing, leaps off the wall and is going to leap down and land on the beholders and try and bite it. That's perfectly fine. Why not?
That is excellent.
There are spiders in Australia that jump off walls at people.
Yeah, and there are spiders that float using their webs to create a sort of weird floating balloon.
That's beautiful.
That was a natural 20 on my to hit roll.
Yeah.
I catch you by name, I catch you by nature.
Absolutely fine. Go for it. Why not?
Excellent. So I'm just reading the monster stats for spiders. So the damage is a glorious 1 piercing.
Yes.
Okay. So 2.
2. And target must make a DC 14 because this is my familiar Constitution saving throw or be poisoned and take some poison damage.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming it's a beholder.
It's not poisoned.
I didn't think so. 2 points.
It takes spider. 2 points of spider damage, and there's now a spider on top of it. Just fine.
Yep.
Imagine if that killed it. Imagine if that was the. Just.
I love this game.
All right. Okay. Initiative count 20. Lair action. Yeah. I've done that one. I've not done that one, but I can do that one. Cool. One of the eyes on the wall will... I can't just keep targeting Reek because Reek did a lot of damage, but no one else has really done any damage to it yet.
Spider. There's a spider.
That spider.
Spider.
I am not going to kill the familiar for doing 2 points of damage. Harper did more damage than that, but he's in the anti-magic camp. It's got to be Reek again. There's no reason.
Really menacing. I mean,
no, you're not. You're a cuddly lion. You've got a unicorn on your head.
It's fine. I do not.
Unicorn.
It's a unicorn hoodie.
No, I know. It's a unicorn hoodie, which should
Stop being a coward and kill the Arakok.
Just because you couldn't doesn't mean Chris should.
Oh, the shades
I
up today.
have rolled a 10 again. It's on the tracker. You can look at my screen if you want to, but I have rolled the enervating one again.
I mean, unless you roll really poorly, I don't think I can beat it.
Roll to make sure that it's not the full damage.
No, it's not. That is ridiculous. 34.
On a Constitution saving throw?
Dex. It's Dex for the...
Oh, it's a Dex. Yes, this one is indeed a Dex save.
You've done it enough, Chris. I know the rules.
Right, so it's half of this. We might be lucky. Let's see.
Roll that dice.
If there's one thing Rick does well, it's going unconscious and then coming back again.
You don't go unconscious from this.
What?
It kills you. If the disease reduces to 0 hit points, you are dead.
In that moment...
we don't know how much the damage is yet. Hang on.
Oh,
Chris.
yes.
What have we got?
It's enough. It's 26. It's
right,
enough.
okay, yeah, that would...
Rick hears this voice that says, I have not the pleasure to know your deity, but allow me to help you this time. And just switch between Oryx and Rick. I use my reaction
do we
to take
literally
that
switch
damage.
places?
No. I teleport
Are we
next to
now
you.
both standing inside or... Yeah, okay.
It's now a party.
Weren't Rick flying?
Yeah.
No, but not to at ground level. It wasn't like flying up.
Okay. So
unless you want to teleport into the air and land on the beholder, be like hanging on
The
to it.
spider. Ah.
Tell me more about that.
I usually fly like near to ground level.
Ali, you can teleport above Reek. I have no problem with this.
I want to teleport, but not on the side of the anti-magic cone, on the other side of the anti-magic cone.
The anti-magic cone is pointed away from you two. That's fine. I'm not going to be.
So how much
difficult
damage
about it.
was that?
That is a 26. Actually, do you have to re-roll the dex save?
Sure. No. What's the rule?
It's the damage. It's the damage that gets transferred across, not the saving throw. So yes, you take 26 points of necrotic damage.
Good. That's it.
Don't know who you are because I can't see you, but thanks anyway.
Cool. It is now the beholder's turn. Get my legendary actions back. Good start. It will move the anti-magic cone over to Reek and Oryx. So it turns its entire body and is now facing Reek and Oryx. Elder Green, you turn into a toad.
Yes.
Harper, all of your magic items kick back in, and you are now blessed again. Mariposa, you were already out of the cone, and you're still out of the cone. That hasn't changed. Reek, your sword is off. Oryx, you still have you have bless and the protective bond up, but you and Reek are now not affected by it. Cool.
Can I activate my command word and activate my true sight?
I don't know what you have that would... What?
I have a magic item that when I activate, it gives me true sight. No. Oh no, it does say as an action. Yeah, poop.
You can wait till your turn then. Right.
How long is this command word?
6 seconds. Right. What is it going to do?
God damn it.
Clearly, your command word is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We have to sing the rest of the verse, though, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound atrocious.
I am the dream.
It's going to fire an eye ray at Oryx first.
Can't. We're in the anti-magic cone.
Oh, interesting. It has blocked you off. That's the whole point. Then it's gonna start lashing out at everyone else.
Yes.
It's good.
There's a massive toad that was there before.
They have HP to spare.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. There's 3, one at each of you. There'll be one at each of you. Oh, will it target the spider? No, it did 2 damage. It doesn't care. Elder Green.
Regret
yes.
That is that one. Cool. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Damn it.
Using toad stats, right?
Using toad stats, you do have the protective bond now, so you could jump to each other's position.
I don't. I was
You
not
never got
included in that.
You never got it. That's fine.
fine. 16.
It's not enough.
Okay.
Right.
Getting my pen out.
You would have bless.
You do still have bless.
And emboldening bond.
I don't have
No,
embodied.
No, but bless, yes. Sure.
Bless you still have. It's a D4, and that's within reach of the DC.
That's
so.
1, so 16. It's fine. It's cool. It might work out for me anyway. That's fine.
You take 34 points of lightning damage as lightning crackles out of one of the eyes and impacts you heavily.
The room is filled with the smell of crackly toad.
Now, this is chain lightning. So it can jump to 2 secondary targets within 30 feet of the primary target. Interesting.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, it can't jump to either me or Oryx.
No, I'm
because
thinking about it doing
turn
something completely different. I'm actually quite interested. Okay, one's going to jump to Harper because Harper's within range and I like it. Harper, meet a dex save.
Sweet. That's a natural 20 when I have evasion.
Damn.
And you flip over it or whatever, nothing happens because you have evasion, so it doesn't matter. It's going to target one of the other smaller beholders because it knows what they do.
It's going to explode, isn't it?
Are they beholder bombs?
Yeah, they're beholder bombs. Yeah. That beholder fails its saving throw. It wants this to happen. It has 1 hit point, and it is one of the ones next to Oryx and Reek. Perfect.
How can it be? They're also in the anti-magic cone.
A cone starts 5 foot wide.
Yeah, but we're in front of it.
If a cone starts 5 foot wide, then it rules as writ. Starts 5 foot wide.
No,
the ones around you.
I think that's dodgy.
I will happily hear the table's thoughts.
I'm a toad.
If our magic is not working, no magic can affect us.
It's not a magical effect.
Oh, okay.
How many beholders
does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Yeah, because it's one of those like they would have to because they
are 10 foot by 10
clustered.
They're clustered to pin Rick sort of against the beholder-ish to prevent departure. So I imagine them like at the wider end of the cone, like not.
It'd have to be right next to the beholder, like almost like holding you on, like as like a cup, like.
So they're too close.
If these are the beholder, they'd have to literally be like that.
If we all think they're too close, I will listen to the table. That's perfectly fine. In which case,
I was going to say I reckon that one. That one could probably explode, but the rest of them would like that one or that one could probably explode. But
if we want to listen to the table, it's perfectly fine. Harper, make me a con save as the one in front of you explodes, and these eyes all sort of wisp out in strange motes around you.
Isn't it so? Because of bless, because of emboldening bond, and Reek is giving us advantage.
Not on con save. Chris is not rolling any of the wisdom, intelligence, or charisma save. Probably on purpose.
No, these are random rolls. I will show you on Beyond. I'm just no.
We believe you.
Okay, I have uncanny dodge, so it's okay. Okay, well, a natural 1 for 6 will not do it.
Oh boy.
So I'll take that uncanny dodge, please.
You can't uncanny dodge this because it's a poison effect.
Can you say uncanny dodge in the accent?
No, but it's an attack, isn't it?
No. It's a poison cloud in the air. You breathe it in, it's a saving throw. You know what? No, I'll let you take it because it's the damage it does.
Damage. I've got like loads.
No. I'll do the half damage. You can uncanny dodge it. Use your reaction. I don't mind. 6 points of damage. poison
I
damage.
definitely want to take the 12 now.
6 points of poison damage, and you are infected with a disease.
Oh, I can fix
What's
that.
new?
Let's check.
Sorry.
That's what's underneath the coat. That's what's underneath it all along. Now we know.
Disease.
Yes.
Now, what is your what is Harper's Constitution score?
10.
Cool.
It's just a 10, I believe. Just double
I
checking.
know a thing.
Yep.
Right, that is the end of the Beholder's time. Reek, it is your... I've got 2 more eye rays. That one was at Eldergreen. The next one is at Harper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not had this one yet. Interesting.
Telekinesis.
Pick you up and drop you. No, it's not that one. Right. Harper, make me a wisdom saving throw. You have advantage on this because of Reek's
Thing.
channel
And all the
divinity.
D4s. And no, I only have 1 D4 left now.
Yeah, you've already used one of the D4s to avoid the... I can't remember. Something. Poison. Disease.
This isn't good. 14.
Nah. You are a yellowish beam washes over you, and you are frightened. Looking down at your palms, small stalks with eyes on them are growing out of them. You're not sure if this is your fear, the poison you just breathed in, the disease that you've got. You don't know. It's just awful. It's all awful.
I am the message.
What's happening? I can't see. It sounded like something exploded, but I can't see anything.
I had little ice stalks growing from my head.
What?
I am the nightmare.
You are the nightmare.
The dream dreamt into being by the sleeper.
No, I think you're just a nightmare.
Mariposa, make me a... what is this?
Whoa.
Which one I've replaced? There it is. There it is. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
With advantage.
With advantage because of the channel divinity from Reek earlier.
Excellent. So first roll was a 10.
That is not enough.
Second roll is a 26.
That is enough. You are washed over by a blackish purplish ray this time that washes over you but doesn't affect you. You save out of it.
Okay.
Okay, it's a good one. Right, good.
I loosely regret that.
Because I've replaced some of them because I don't like paralysis. I find it a very dull effect in game because it's just a you do nothing, haha.
No.
Whereas I've replaced that with a silence ray, so it silences you, which is really fun for casters. But anyway, that
So
is
instead of doing nothing, you say nothing.
No, but you have all your other
Brilliant for
actions and
streaming.
things you can do. There's loads of things you can do, don't you?
Spiders. You pack a spider. You always have something to do.
Anywho, that is the end of the Beholder's turn. It's not going to move because that would be dumb. Oh, but Reek is blinded. It's going to fly up. 20 feet.
This is going to sound ridiculous, but I've actually finished this.
Go and refill it then.
That's all right.
Reek, you have an attack of opportunity if you want it, but at disadvantage you can't see. Actually, no, you don't have an attack of opportunity. You
Yeah,
can't
if
see
you
it.
can't see it, can't take enough.
Oryx, you have an attack of opportunity.
How long does the blindness
I have
last?
used my reaction.
It hasn't been your turn yet.
Okay.
You've used your reaction. It will fly up 20 feet. It is now floating up into the air. Ooh. It makes that noise. Reek, it is your turn.
Oryx, where did it go? Point me.
Over there. It's flying 20 feet. I can direct you.
Right, I'm going to fly at the beholder. I have 50 feet of movement to try and find it.
You find it.
Cold. Hot. Yes. Right there.
Currently don't have a weapon.
I can just go around until I feel the...
So, just take a visual of this. Wait.
If you stay... This is Velma with the glasses.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, if it's like a balloon, I can sort of turn it as well. Oh my god, do I feel the eye? Oh no, that's grim.
Do you touch a couple of eyes, yeah?
I squidge the eye and then I'm just going to feel my way around it.
There's one arrow stuck in the eye as well.
We can hold on.
So you sort of maneuver yourself until you feel your sun sword reappear in your hand. That's fine.
I'm going to attack it.
Go for it. You roll with disadvantage because you are blinded.
Don't hit the spider.
I don't even know the spider's there.
So this beholder sort of being rolled around by Rick and the spider on top is going, it's trying really hard to stay on top of it.
I lose the natural 20, but it's still a 24.
Yes,
the
that
first
hits.
one.
Yep.
The second one. Is a 22.
With disadvantage?
Yep. I rolled a 7 and a 12. 12 plus 7 plus 11 is 18 plus
I love it.
4 is 22.
Twice.
Great. I will smite a second level on both of them. Do I want to bonus action?
This is what Daddy came for.
Daddy's you, right?
Who is Daddy?
I'm going to bonus
It's always
action
me.
Raffle Smite as well, Chris. It must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is a 26.
Yeah, it's not frightened, but it still
Sorry.
takes the damage.
Yeah.
Right, hang on. 5, 17.
Oh, the maths kicks in again.
33.
That's a number.
55. 66.
I mean, yeah.
It's dead.
It's not no, but it's a sizable. Like, you've sort of stabbed through it, and there's sort of faint, like, gas leak on one side of it. Sort of sinks awkwardly halfway down. It looks awful.
Do I potentially have enough movement to move myself back into its cone?
No.
Interesting. Are you sort of roll me a
I need you out.
Wisdom check for just spatial awareness.
It's a natural 20.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm gonna roll myself round. I don't know what. Clearly, I'm Rebecca today. I'm gonna roll myself round into the eye cone.
Because you can probably work it out when the sword fades, which you'd be able to do.
It can't target me
Correct, it cannot.
because it can't move.
It can't move its eye until its turn. That is correct.
Right, and I'm here now. Do I get to roll against blindness?
You do, you get to roll at the end of your turn.
And we wasted my natural 20.
So con save again.
I love that you did so much damage and you just didn't see any.
You've
of it.
had like
I have no
4 natural 20s.
I know,
Because
it's
do you remember
going
all the
really
saving
well.
throws? Yeah, literally.
It's 30.
I was blind, but now I can see. Good, right. At the end of your turn,
Good news, Elder Green, my vision's come back.
Ribbit. That's all you get back.
it can't target the one thing it really wants to target. And it's not vindictive. It wouldn't just randomly murder other people just because it's angry with one thing. It's smarter than that.
Just angry at me.
Yeah. Legendary actions.
Mote in its eye.
It can't move with legendary actions. It can only use its eye rays, and it cannot target Reek because Reek's in the central anti-magic field.
But it can teleport.
No, it can't. No, I'm not. That would be ridiculous. Adding teleportation to a beholder would be insult to injury. I don't think it's going to do anything. I think that it sort of knows it's defeated because there's nothing it can do about this situation. It's not going to lash out wildly at randos because it's not angry. It just isn't going to be able to deliver its message, which it is.
See, it's better than us.
Elder Green, it is your turn.
Well, those little beholders look very tasty. I would like to attempt to bite and swallow one, please.
Sure. Make me an attack roll. It has 1 hit point.
Natural 1 plus 4, that's 5. 5 to hit.
That is its AC. I shit you not.
Really?
Gaspors have an AC of 5 and 1 hit point. Do you do
It
damage?
was a natural one.
Do you do damage with the? Well, I mean, Elder Green has just poisoned and diseased themselves, so you know. Do you sort of lash a tongue out, get it in your mouth, and
I lash a tongue out and it kind of flaps back in my face and goes in my eye, and then I lash it out properly with that natural one.
Cool.
It does incur some damage to it, which is 1d10 plus 2, which will do that 1 point of damage.
Does it do it when you impact it with the tongue or when it's in your mouth?
It's grappled at the same time.
What, by the tongue?
Yeah, so...
I'm going to say, if you will allow Liz for a little bit of them, because it's in that one.
Let's go for it. Whatever you like.
You lash out and grab it, and it sort of looks like it's about to go, and then you pull it back into your mouth, and then there's a faint as the cheeks go out. You take the full whack of damage. There is no saving throw. You take 9 points of poison damage. You automatically fail this. You are diseased. What is your constitution modifier?
Cons mod is +3.
Cool, good to know. You are also diseased, and you are towed again.
Cool. So, Elder Green, do I see Reek? Can I see Reek from where I am?
Yeah, Reek's currently holding on to the central eye of the beholder, just there going, ah!
I'm holding on to that arrow for dear life.
I know it's not much, but there are some healing frogs coming your way.
I'm not sure you can. I'm in the anti-magic cone.
These are not magical frogs. These are celestial frogs.
Can you read me the exact wording on thingy-majiggy doodle-dad MacGuffin thing?
Of course, I absolutely can. I just need to find it. 1 second.
Yeah. What's it called?
Healing Light. You have 2d6 healing pool that resets when you finish a long rest. As a bonus action, you can heal one creature you can see within 60 foot, spending dice from the pool.
No use of the word magic. Yardler.
You have a pool of d6s that you spend to fuel this healing. You can channel celestial energy to heal wounds.
Specifically celestial energy, specifically divine energy, which is fine. Yardler, go for it.
So there's 9 points worth of healing frogs skipping their way across the Reek.
Oh, the froggies! Thank you, Elder Green.
No problem, and I'm going to try and run as close as I can to this beholder.
Sure, you're underneath it.
Cool.
Good place to be.
Yay.
Right. Oryx.
Okay. I need to make some questions around the table. Rick, does Rick have anything to make a weapon attack?
I've got claws.
Great.
They're strength-based.
And can you
use Dex for your claws? I don't care. Like, of course you can use Dex for your claws.
Can I smite on a claw attack?
Yes, of course you can.
Yes.
Good. So, Oryx stars. I don't know how to roleplay this. I want to use Commander Strike.
Yes.
With Rick.
Yep.
So it's more like, you can do this, you can do it. And then you feel, then again, this warm energy energizing you and says like, well, I sent a WhatsApp to Timora. She hasn't come back to me. She hasn't come back to me, but I'm sure she's fine with this. And please make another attack.
I shall. Chris, what do I add to my...
Treat it as a dex-based weapon.
Okay, but the only dex-based weapon I have is my lightsaber, which is really...
Take off all of the extra bonuses.
It's +9, yeah,
there
+9. Okay. In that case...
They changed the rules on whether your talons and claws and stuff count as simple weapons or not for things like Paladin Smites in a recent book, so they do. I'm allowing you to make it dex-based because I'm not an arsehole.
An 18.
Yes, you
Just look at Harper. Yeah. I'm fine here. I'm fine here.
AC, the beholder's AC is 18, you hit it.
I'll rake it across its...
this will probably kill it.
So I can I use it as a... It's the same. So that... well, it's 6 points of damage from the claws.
Yes.
And my final second level spell... Okay, I won't mark that off. But, second level... 18, so 24 points of damage.
It's enough.
And I roll my d8, and that's 5 more.
Yeah, it's enough. If you will allow a slightly grim description, tell me if it goes too far. You reach forward with a talon, and you reach its eye and start tearing.
I was going to rip the arrow out.
It's a claw. You pull across the eye and you tear the membrane of the eye, and it starts to pop and move, and the central iris, you actually grab hold of the edge of it and start to pull it as you go, and the whole eye starts to distend as you tear it down and out, and the whole thing, and it just deflates slightly, sort of.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Terrible balloon.
Like a terrible balloon.
What's happening? Oh, it's coming down. Right, okay, yep.
And it will, as it sinks, just sort of like air will spew out of it like a horrible balloon. Harper?
I'm just screaming at my hands. I was prepared to like straight up just disengage and run out of this fight.
Harper, you will hear a message in your head because you are connected to it. We'll talk about that in a second. Because we're very short on time. As the beholder is defeated and as the smaller beholders are removed, destroyed as part of this, you can search the monastery and find Zephyr, who is sleeping in his childhood bed in the monastery where he grew up. It was recently attacked. He has an item on him that allows him to summon creatures. It's part of some strange mystical artifact that was being kept in the monastery in various pieces. And he summoned too many of them and summoned something he probably shouldn't have. Didn't realize what he was doing. It was just to defend himself. Would you all help him try and find some way to get this item somewhere safe? By defeating the beholder, you have cleared Dingleberry of all issue.
I mean, it would be up to everyone else, but Reek would definitely be keen to take care of that because it's, it summons awful aberration-y things.
Absolutely, it does.
Absolutely.
100% help.
Well, Zephyr is aware of Waterdeep, so could potentially head back towards the Sword Coast.
Some respect.
Chris, I will use Lay on Hands to heal disease in both Harper and Elder Green. Just gets rid of it.
Oral Vitality to heal everyone.
Yeah, that's fine. I would say that there's enough healing amongst you as a party, and there's the ability to cure disease, so even if they started exhibiting literally tendrils with eyes on growing out of themselves, you'd go, cool, let's get rid of the disease on these two.
I was wondering what it was. Yeah, nice.
You eventually turn into gas spores yourself. It's awful. But anyway, I digress. If you are all happy to help Zephyr, something attacked the monastery. Like, there's definitely something awful going on, and it's all to do with these items and artifacts. They've been held by other NPCs and PCs. Yes, Ali, in the game. So
Oryx looks at the situation, but also at the other situation, like where we came through. Is that gone?
If you step back out of it, it will slowly fade over time. The portal will close. It is a demiplane. But it is a demiplane of memory. You will be able to step away from it. By waking him up, you will have stopped the most of this effect. It does take a while to settle down again, because the Far Realm is weird. But anyway, if you are all heading together back to Waterdeep, maybe some of you, maybe all of you, we'll work it out next time if we need to, with another piece of the orrery that Skitter has one of and turned up into the Wastelands as well. Now in this world, Harper, you received the message in the end. You're not sure if you can tell anyone about it,
Message in a beholder.
You're not sure if you can share this message. You're not sure if you have the ability to share it with someone or if you'd be able to vocalize it, because you know that if you have tried to talk about it, you have found it difficult to a point of maybe not being able to say it out loud. The message you heard is,
the Lord's weapon has been lost, and his disciple returns to dethrone his master. The worm that walks returns, and the age of worms is coming.
And that's where we're going to finish for today.
No.
Don't give Niall's joke character actual plot info.
My character was the the straight man in this.
Niall's joke character is now the only character that knows something awful is about to happen. That's good. I love it.
Rick carry the team the whole time and no prize.
Tank of the party.
The nice thing about awesome DPS paladins is they do churn through enemies. It means I can just raise the CR. It's lovely. It's really good from the DM perspective.
That's outstanding. All the way around.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, everyone. Cool.
Thank you. Amazing session.
Lay some seeds there. We'll see if they come into fruition. But yes, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this lovely little one-shot. And join us next week for scheduling as normal, returning to Anarchy in the Astral Sea and Last Resort of Mercandraw Bog. Fingers very firmly crossed. Those are on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6 p.m. BST. Other time zones, 10 a.m. Pacific is the one I remember, but beyond that, there's other time zones, obviously. We also stream on Fridays at 6 p.m. We stream Talk Together, which is our chat show where we talk to each other about the industry and what we do and the games that we're currently running and all the backstory and all the other stuff. If you're interested in all the backstory and all that stuff and what everything means and theories and all the rest of it, there's a wiki that our fans set up to try and draw all these threads together, which is very good of them. So check that out at !wiki in chat. There's also a Discord where you can join us and chat to us and ask us things like, what does that mean? That's totally fun. So yes, join us at !Discord and chat where there is a link you can join us as well. Many thanks to all of the lovely sponsors and supporters as per the D20 Club, our Patreon members who help us make all this stuff and made the wiki and made the Discord. So thank you so much for all of your fine work. You can buy our merch, merch in chat to buy t-shirts with the Roll Together dice heads made by G. McDermott on them. They're very cool. There'll be more of them available over time. I think that's it. Have I missed anything? Anyone? No one know? Oh, we're on the socials. Roll Together RPG. Join us on the yeah. Sorry.
I am the dream.
I am the nightmare.
Stay classy at the table.
I am the harbinger, apparently.